Normally I wouldn't approach ya without a formal introduction. Never been the type to move fast, but I'm feeling early eruption. Now tell me, are you down with that? Once you rock with me, ain't no coming back. I need a monkey, come hold me down. A real queen, now come wear this crown. Now we rockin' like, oh, holler out, flex up. Now we rockin' like, oh, I'll tell you what's next up. Now we rockin' like, oh, holler out, flex up. Now we rockin' like, oh, I'll tell you what's next up.
Yo, what is up? Here's the first episode of Settle Flex. Season 2, man, I can't even talk right now because these motherfuckers have me dying right now, especially my boy Larry over there in South Central Dakota. Hey, listen, everybody here that y'all see in this whole frame right now came like we all met in Japan. This whole episode is literally talking about the hoop scene out there. So I want everyone to introduce themselves, especially starting off with the dude with the Orioles hat. Then we'll end up with the Braves hat.
It's good, man. It's your boy Hicks from I worked at Cadena, still here at Cadena. Man, miss my boys, man. The hoop sessions ain't the same without y'all, man.
Yo, it's your boy Larry. Somebody call me Larry. Somebody call me Moffat. Either way, I was at Cadena. I was at the 82nd Reconnaissance Squadron. Nobody know where the hell that's at, but it's all good. Now I'm at South Dakota, Ellsworth Air Force Base. Yeah, man, it was some good times hooping, and so yeah, just good to see everybody and link up again.
Word, it's your boy Manny, aka knee pads, pause, aka first team all defense, aka. I'm still out here in Japan, man. I ain't going nowhere. I miss hooping with y'all boys, man. Like you said, that ain't the same, man. It's straight trash out here, but you know, we still trying to get that cardio in. That's about it.
Yeah, I bet. What's up, King?
You already know. Team. I was at what was that? Cadena, with FSS, NPF, OSS. Y'all know what that is, but that's where I worked at Air Force. I'm at Pensacola right now. I'm actually at the Naval Air Station.
Must be nice.
And it's cool, but working with the Navy, they a little different. They do everything different. But it's a struggle out here. Yeah, sessions ain't the same. Like, still got to get that cardio in, man.
What's up, Webb? Let me know about the unknowns.
Man, what you mean about the unknown? Your name's still not on the list. They never took your picture. I'm Webb. Everybody else got a cool name. I'm just Webb. Met y'all all here on Cadena. I worked behind where Larry worked. If nobody knew where he worked, nobody knows where I work either. Man, still here on Cadena. The hooping's trash. And I'm more athletic than anybody else in this group. I just
golly, he had to come over here and say that shit.
Don't nobody care.
Jump on.
Somebody mute him.
I'm gonna take this.
Go ahead and take him off of there.
Go ahead. And last but not least.
Yes, sir. It's Bass. You know, I was in 188 with my boy Ooze. That's my brother right there. Who's in the worst unit on base. Really, that's how I started hooping when I came out there. I met Oos and Tay. I want to say like the third or fourth day I was out there. And what's that little white boy name? Little Marine. What's his name? Elsie.
Elsie.
Yeah. For the all Army team. He's like, you want to play on the all Army team? And I was like, shit, fuck it, let's do it. And K. And that boy K.
See, we're gonna talk about all that kind of stuff right there with all these names that y'all name dropping and stuff. Man, I tell you like this, I miss y'all too, bro. I'm tell you, I'm at Fort Drum, New York. It ain't the same too. I had played with my battalion, try to play with these bro. When I go to the community, it ain't the same. It's not. it's not where we go hoop, and then if you're on the side, you all mingling and talking. Like it's like when I went there, I was hooping, and when I took my L, I'm out. I just walked out, and it's like, man, like
Yeah.
that shit was depressing. I don't know about y'all, and that's why I want to go with this Hicks. I want you to start this off. Like when I left Japan, I don't know about y'all that's still there. When I left Japan, I was like, man, let me go try this out. So I went to the gym. I went and hooped. It was some good people out there, but it was like the culture was different. And I try to sit there and try to chop it up, and they was not with it. I'm like, man, and then it just made me sit there and reminisce about all the fun shit I used to do with y'all boys, man. It's like, fuck, it's not the same. And guess what? I haven't hooped since. April, bro. I think that's the last time fucking tournament, bro. I retired. I'm basically retired, bro. That's basically it. Hicks, go ahead and talk to me.
Yeah, man. Man, the hoop scene is definitely different now. Like the talent has it's dwindled down. You got all the young bucks; they don't really got no respect. So it's a lot of arguing. Same thing that same kind of culture. It's just a whole lot of arguing and but when we used to argue and we used to go about the next play, take a shot, like somebody shoot for ball, blah blah blah. But these days, bro, it's completely different. They don't even want to shoot for the ball. They just want to show, they just want to show how manly they is. They want to check up. It ain't nothing like the same. But yeah, bro, it's completely different, man. The culture back then. We used to hoop and it used to be talent. We used to go at each other. We didn't want nobody, winning. We didn't want nobody else to beat us. Here, they don't really care. They just doing it for the cardio or they just like, man, yeah, I want to compete, but I just want to score. Ain't no defense being played. It's just a completely different vibe, bro. It's just, man, it's hard to really explain if you ain't here to really see it because it's just so different than anything I've ever been used to. But yeah, man.
That's like that. Hey, what about you, Larry? What y'all doing up there in the Dakotas?
Man, when I tell you, bro, I was excited to come pull up here at Ellsworth. And I got here, I'm like, God damn, boy, this shit horrible, horrible, bro. So
Damn.
they had like first of all, there ain't a lot of people here at Ellsworth. It's a small base, so the population ain't there. So you really only get like 15, 16 people on a good hooping day, and really like maybe six of them really solid hoopers that could just go. Then the rest is kind of like people that could maybe hold their own and play. But when I tell you, like most of the people that just play, like it's just a significant IQ drop, bro. It's just crazy because I'm like the old dude here, bro. I'm the old dude here playing. They could call me uncle out here, bro. Like no bullshit. Like
Uncle Larry.
yeah, they were like, oh, that's oh, that's You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And so, just like I ain't gonna lie, the first time I hooped here, fought somebody because he wasn't passing me
Damn.
the ball. I was like, I was hot, bro. Because when the thing is, when I left Kadena, right, I went back to North Carolina to go hoop. Well, I went to Goldsboro and Seymour Johnson, and we was hooping. I mean, hooping. I'm just like, bro, it's just like no drop off. If anything, it was a tad bit better than what it was in the COVID hooping. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
We were hooping. And I got here and I'm just like, dog, I was in shape. I was good. I was running because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to go and make a name for myself here. But bro, I bought fault this dude because he just like this big dude that was just he didn't have no pass like no intention to pass the ball. He brung the ball up, he rebounded, and it was like, hey, hold the ball, hey, go, everybody go. He did that one of those maneuvers. Bro, I had to call him out, and he's like, bro, I didn't even know you like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just go ahead, man. I ain't even gonna get spun up, bro. But anyway, it got a little bit better because I just got some a little bit more respect here now. But overall, it ain't nothing like how it was at Kadena, man.
You
Yeah, I got another call.
you Charles. Oh, you know. Hey, Larry, you still hooping like consistently every week?
Yeah, I still hoop, man. So I took a break because I had my knee surgery in January.
Right.
So it put me down to about like May. And then so I just been slowly but surely get my legs under me now. So I've been hooping consistently now, man.
Man, that
Probably
shit's
probably get it in by at least if I could get lucky, maybe 3 times a week. Yeah, I still be going out there and trying to hoop, man.
man. That is a perfect way to segue to Manny. Speaking of knees, what's up, my boy?
Bro. You know I'm injury prone, man. So shit, I ain't even been playing for real. Hicks, when the last time me and you hooped together?
Man, it's
It won't this year.
probably been 6 months. At least.
Damn.
It ain't been this year, bro.
Probably last year for sure, like November somewhere. Somewhere
I'm
last
injury
year.
prone or TDY, like one or the
Yeah.
other. But coming out here, man, like when we're going out there playing ball, it's not the same. We don't know how lucky we was in that COVID time, man. Everybody had their own clique and shit. Like we already knew who was gonna be on the same team when we got out there. Like now coming to the gym, it's just we legit started playing with the Filipinos, man. Like we stopped playing.
Damn.
We stopped hooping with the 1400 crew, man. It was like they just arguing. Like we played 2 games in an hour. Like, it's ridiculous. So we started playing the Filipinos, man. We played goddamn about 10, 11 games, 2 hours, bro. Get my
Yeah.
cardio up. I wasn't wasting no time spending there arguing with people the whole time.
Hey, them Filipinos don't play around too. I remember playing in those
Hell
leagues.
no.
They don't play around, bro. This hoops. That's all it is.
Hell no. But yeah, man, the IQ is just trash here, man. Like almost like Larry said, everybody want to score. Everybody want to shoot. Like, bro, it's more to basketball than just scoring. Play some damn
Right.
defense.
Facts.
Like, and that's not happening no more. I mean, we really don't be hooping like we used to out here, man. I mean, we lucked up during COVID, which it sounds weird, but we did.
It does sound weird, but I cannot wait to
Right.
talk about that subject for real.
Yeah, man. But other than that, man, yeah, it's just trash out here. That is it. That's all I
That
got.
goes all the way. That goes all the way down to the teams though. Like the teams ain't even as competitive no more. Like, man, you put all the same like the quote unquote good people on the team, and they split up in different teams, and even them, like the IQ is bad. There's shooters on each team that just want to score. There's no defense being played. Man,
Yeah.
it's bad right now, man.
I'm gonna say something. I look. We played with Doe's team, man. Doe's from Army.
Who's
I'm talking
that?
about him and Charles. I'm gonna bring it up.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
man. We stooped that low. We stooped that low. We played with Doe's team, man.
I know what
Who's
y'all talking about.
Who's
He's
those?
strong dude.
You remember?
that used to
you
play
call
with
you
Charles.
call him like
It's a
hot
ball
dog,
one,
man.
right? Yeah.
Ball dude.
What's that?
Ball
Talk it
short
up.
dude.
Yeah.
He used to
Army,
remind me of
Army
Eric
Knight.
Snow.
Right to
Yeah,
the
Eric
end of the
Snow.
bubble.
More, he definitely Eric Snow for sure.
Ooh,
I-
you know who we talking about,
Oh,
man.
he said Eric Snow. That's when I found out.
And that was hilarious though.
Bruh.
Damn, Manny,
What's
that
the
We
scores?
played, that's how low we stoop, bro.
Yeah,
We
what's
played with him, bro.
what scores?
Terrible.
Damn,
It's hard
that,
out here.
Who was that used to say that? I can't remember his name, dog. What's his name?
that,
Well,
that-
you know, what's his name?
who used to say what
He
though?
used to be like, what scores?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
He was a
Oh, boy.
Marine.
Yeah.
He was a
no,
Marine.
he was Air Force. I think he was
He was
Air Force.
Oh yeah, he was a Kobe fan for sure. Cause that motherfucker kept trying to be
He used to play
Kobe.
with,
No,
play with Santa
no, he was a
Cruz.
Westbrook fan. He thought he was Westbrook.
Dang, what is
Scores.
his name, bro?
I don't know, but me and
Yeah, y'all
Bash used
know
to
what I'm
roast his
talking
ass.
about.
Scores.
Scores.
You talking about Hunter?
You know,
Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter,
Yeah.
bro. Scores.
Yeah.
Oh
Yo.
damn, bro. Hey,
Let me tell you though, that man went through a transformation because he used to be skinny as hell. Now he's up there balling in England, playing for their base team, one of their best players.
He got brolic.
Nah. Time out.
Hicks used to go at him.
Time out. No. Hey,
Hicks used to go at his head, boy.
time out
Hicks used to
though.
be talking cash
Yeah.
money, too.
Mentally, he wasn't there. Yeah.
Fucking trash. I'm like,
Hey,
damn.
hey, we need Drew. I said Drew. We need Dro to vouch for that. He out there in England. We need Dro to let us know that Hunter's doing that shit. We need that. He gonna get Dro on. But what time is it in England for you to call this motherfucker? He probably at the funeral for fucking Queen Elizabeth.
He go call him right now.
Too
He
soon.
called me
Too
out.
soon. All right. Well,
It was, I don't even know.
why you calling right now? We need to talk about King and his ass in Florida, thinking he's stressing.
Man, no, I'm not stressing. But like y'all was saying, when I got here though, it was bad, because they was on, like they gym was like just literally had just opened. I think the month I had got here, so nobody was really hooping for real. And so I don't know nobody, so I'm just trying to figure out where to hoop at, who hoop. So you know what I'm saying? It was just dead. It was like dead for the first what 2 3 months I was here, I think. And then we finally had got something together. Y'all know how I do. I put a chat together, try to get people's numbers, so try to get everybody to hoop. But shit, it's getting better now. We trying to hoop. We probably hoop a few times a week. Um, but it ain't the same competition level because I don't know. We in the training base, so it don't look, or I don't know where everybody be at, but you find sometimes we got like a solid 8 to 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 people, but outside of that, you really don't get to hoop unless I go off base and hoop, which I do sometimes. But they be off base like I'm like Larry. They be like, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm 29. I ain't seen yet. You know what I'm saying? They be like, your ass fast. Like,
That
bro,
boy unpromotable. That's what he is.
like, like, dang, bro, I'm 29. I'm still young. You know, nah, but nah, it's alright out here, but it could get better.
Hell
But
yeah.
we do got I am like starting a base team, or I did start a base team or whatever. So we'll be in CMAC this year.
We gonna catch up again to see how that goes. I want to see that because
Yeah,
I'm trying to do the same thing for flag football on this side because this shit trash over here. But go ahead.
yeah, but no, yeah, we did. I did play though. I played with like Maxwell against like Eggland and Rutgers, so a couple times, and then we scrimmaged Eggland once. But outside of that, I mean, outside of like the base hoop stuff, it ain't really like that right now. It's shit hard for me to find players that's gonna be here for the long haul. 'Cause like I said, I'm in the training base. This is like the tech school for the Navy basically. For a lot of
Okay.
them, I mean, yeah. Nah, it's been solid, but it definitely ain't what it was because we used to have some heated hoop sessions, but it was all like good competition though. It wasn't like nothing, no bad blood.
It wasn't
Everybody wanted to
personal.
beat
It wasn't
everybody. Yeah,
personal.
like we low key. I ain't gonna say we hated each other, but like if it was on the court, we didn't care. And then after that, we could just call shake it up, chop
Yeah.
it up,
We was drinking right
chill.
after that shit
Yeah,
at the Rocker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I was trying to punch y'all motherfuckers in the face on the court, and then we
Yeah,
gonna get some
like we
shots.
would really
That's
be like borderline want to fight, but then it's all good after that.
facts.
Bass be trying to fight.
Yeah,
Bass be fighting for real.
yeah,
Man,
that oh yeah, he definitely
Baz
tried to
be
knock
like,
out Yates that
yeah.
one.
Hey,
Hey, did we
so
connect? Hey, oh no, hey y'all
look,
just reminded me of that.
look, Hicks,
But no,
Hicks, and Manny already talked about Japan, but I really want to see Webb as a third opinion about this because I've heard it outside of this podcast, the same thing that it really did drastically change. What you see in your opinion compared to what you came to?
So when I came here, y'all remember the draft league and all
Yeah.
that, right? Right. Everybody was willing to play against everybody or play with everybody. Like we were willing to do a whole bunch of stuff and jumped on. I don't know. When I got here, I was on 10 different teams in the span of 2 or 3 months. Like I played with the Warriors. I played with Shake and Bake for a little bit. I played with the other Kadena team.
You practiced.
I jumped all over the place. And then we had those off base leagues with cats.
Cats teams,
Man, let me
okay.
tell you.
He's playing the over 30 league.
Oh, I played in the over 30 league. I ain't even 30.
Damn, you heard that?
you
You finna be suspended when you turn 30, bro.
I'm about to get
Tell him
fined.
I was
He
cheating
get
early.
a 2-year suspension.
Tell him I was cheating early. But there was a lot of competition and everybody was playing. Like I felt like I couldn't even take a break. Right? Now I'm like tried to get the draft league started again. And everybody was like, nah, I only want to play with my people. I don't care about y'all. I don't care about anybody. I'm only playing with my people. Why would we do this? This is stupid. I'm like, yo, we're trying to find all the competition on the island. Like you
You
might
might
be on a
yeah.
team with somebody
Drop
and
the
you
text
can't
thread.
shine. Yeah.
They were scared.
You might be on a team with somebody you can't shine. You jump on another team, you putting up 30. And I was like, okay, let me find my clique. Let me find, who else can play, who I can hoop with like that. And just learning how to play the game. Most of these people, they'll get in the game. They'll be arguing on the court from start to finish, and they do not let that shit go. It's hey, next game, next week, same issues, same arguments. Like, yo, it's war on the court, but it's love afterwards. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's what I loved about hooping with all of y'all.
What Japan look like on a Saturday morning?
Oh, we hoop with the Filipinos.
Damn, for real? It got that deep? Y'all go at 10 o'clock in the morning with the Filipinos?
Oh,
They don't even
7:30.
They go. I finna say they go like super early though.
Yeah, because they got church and all that other shit probably. Like,
yeah. It's like we used to go like at 9 and they be like getting done hooping.
Yeah, hoop. Then I go to breakfast.
I can't tell you.
Now
we still have
at
the
2
private
o'clock,
basketball
bro.
chat.
We
Hey,
ain't
but-
seen a message in there in a year.
Nobody messages on it.
Oh, we got kicked out. We got kicked out the Filipino chat. They changed it or something, man.
Oh, they changed it up on us?
They must have changed up. I ain't seen nothing in a minute. They do a different day or something. They do like Monday at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Greens early.
Ask for your green card.
hell nah. Hell nah. All right, so I'm gonna finish off this topic with Bass. Bass, go ahead and tell me something. Only Bass.
Man, bro, out here at Fort Sill, that shit is horrible, boy. Oh my god! As soon as I got out here, I said I'm gonna go to the gym. Let me go hoop, bro. I go in the gym to go hoop, and it's all them privates in there and they little PTs talking about. I used to start from my high school.
I used to be that private.
Bro, that shit used to be so bad. I'm talking about everybody want to pull up on a fast break and shoot a three. Everybody want to go in there and do what they want to do on their own. I ain't seen the ball pass more than twice in a single possession in the last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
The gym still got them church windows.
Yeah.
What? You was there, Manny?
Bro, that shit was so bad. I stopped going. I was like, man, this ain't it. I said, bro, this ain't it, bro. And you know me, I be ready to fight.
When's the last time you hooped?
Shit. July?
Oh, so you had it earlier than me because I retired in April, like I said.
Yeah, when I came back from MLC, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it one more try. I went because I was at Hood, so you know at Hood they be hooping.
Right.
So when I was at Hood, I was out there hooping. I was like, bet. So I was like, I'm gonna give Seal one more try. Man, I got out there and Seal again, started hooping. I remember running down the court one time and being like, why the fuck am I out here? Then I was like, man, let me grab my shit and go home. In the middle of the game, boy, I'm talking about. I was like, it's 16-year-olds out there, bro.
You know it's bad when you quit in the middle of that month.
I make it down the court, we shooting a three, and we turning around and going back. And then we get down there, they shooting a three, we turn around and going back this way. I'm like, come on, bro.
Can't be doing that the whole time. It's funny. It's funny what Webb said. Like they only want to play with they team, and then what Hicks said when we was during COVID, we had our own teams. Oh no, Manny said that. Like you knew when you came to the court that you had your squad already, bro. So at Drum, there's one squad. There's only one that are really good, right? And they'll pick me up if they don't have their fifth, and because they knew how I play and compliment them. But if I don't play with them, everybody else outside of them were like trash. Like I'm sitting here trying to pick up these players to play with them. They the same thing what y'all say. They just want to pull up or be Allen Iverson and be one-on-one. There's no IQ in that. Besides the team that would pick me up if their fifth is not there. Because those guys know how to play. They had their roles. I'm like, bro, like when I was playing, when they picked me up one time, we went like 6-0. And I'm like, damn, this is just like fucking Okinawa. Like we have our drive, we have our passers, our shooters, people that can post. We had everything. And then, when they have their whole fifth, I can't be on the squad. So it's like, it was fun. But the competition is just that. It's just there's nothing in between. It's you either that group and you down here or it's nothing. And that's why it's not fun. It wasn't fun here in April. I was like, man, after that season, like we got to the championship twice in 2 different tournaments, but like we kept getting our ass kicked to that same team. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like I'm alright. And they kept trying to add me. Like I was like, nah, I'm cool. So that's how it was with me at Fort Drum. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I was done with basketball. I started trying to do football again. Football's fun. So, you know, I'm putting hands on people again. You know what I'm saying? So the next subject that I want to go to, right? It's about, you know, y'all landed in Japan. Y'all are trying to do exactly what y'all did besides the 3 that's still in Japan. Y'all trying to figure out who to talk to get into the hoop scene in Japan. I want to go first, right? And then I want to go with Hicks and then the same rotation. When I got there in 2017, Facebook Cadena, right? They had this thing kind of like Uber. It got shut down, but it was all by donations, right? Like they'll pick you up and shit. I didn't have a car for the first couple weeks. And I'm like, fuck it. Just like Bass said at Fort Sill, let me go to the hoop scene. The dude picks me up because he heard that, like, hey, I'm trying to go to Cadena and hoop. He was a hooper himself. I don't remember his name. Y'all would know him by face. He was a dark-skinned dude. I don't know. He picked me up and put me out there in Cadena. And this is when I met. This is when I seen Cadena's shake and bake team like practicing. Vic, all y'all that's over here. T. What was old dude's name? He was a civilian, dark-skinned dude that can shoot. I forgot his name. Y'all gave Tennessee. Was that his name? What was his name, bro? Y'all know who I'm talking about, bro. He was in the rotation with the
Oh, you talking about Joe? You talking about
Joe. Yeah, so like I remember seeing those guys and I started working out with them. Like I'm like, cool. I'm coming from Fort Riley, mind you, on the post team, and I'm thinking I'm hot shit playing with them. I come out there and get my ass drugged. Like I'm like, oh shit. I was like, damn, there's some competition out here. So I'm like, cool. So I started rolling through that. I didn't know nobody. The first person that I met, y'all remember Preston? So he was my soldier, and I'm like, we did PT. I'm like, who plays basketball? Preston's like, he looked at me. He's like, you hoop? I was like, barely. He goes, all right, come with me. So I met him. You know, Shake and Bake had Red, and Red was in the army. Red, and them like put me in, and that's how I got to start getting introduced to all y'all. That's how I got into that community. And of course, you know, the army always wanted to stay by themselves. After we made our own team. Because we didn't fuck with y'all like that. Because you got to think. So when I got there, I remember you had Warriors, you had Buckets, and you had Shake and Bake. Those are the main 3 teams. Then you had all the other motherfuckers that made their own teams to try to beat y'all 3. So I was like, fuck it, we're going to make our own team. Just the Army. Just the Army people in Cadena. You know what I'm saying? We didn't fuck with Tory like that. We had our own squad and we made the Bullets, and that's when we made our squad, and then we tried to compete with y'all. That's how I got introduced to everything and how I got into meeting all of y'all out there. Hicks, what about you when you first got here from North Dakota?
Yeah, man. So as I got orders from North Dakota, there was a guy who came from here. His name was never mind. His name is unimportant right now, but he actually introduced me to a couple people here and told me like I already know the hoop scene out there. You know, kind of we was hooping in Minot, and he had just came from here, so he kind of put me in the scene and was just telling me, hey, there's this guy, there's this guy. But the first person that really like seen me hoop and kind of took me in was Dro. Dro kind of took me in and was like, hey, you know, you can actually hoop, so I'm gonna introduce you to this person and this. I think he introduced me to Larry first, actually. Cause him and Larry was pretty close at the time, and I think that Larry was one of the first people I met. But I had came in, Dro had told me about the tryout. I had came in 2019, so you was already here for 2 years. Everybody was already here. I was like the last one besides Webb. Me and Webb came at almost the same time. But Dro told me about a tryout that was happening with Shake and Bake. He was like, man, I think you'll be a good fit for the team. First day I got out there, you know, I didn't know anybody. So as I'm trying out, you know, I'm out there just actually putting in some effort because, you know, when you're trying to make a name for yourself, you always got to put in that little bit of effort so, you know, people actually think you can or know you can hoop. But the first couple of days of tryouts, like I felt like my gangster was being tested. So it was a lot of it was a lot of animosity and confliction my first couple of days because they just were like, oh, you can't hoop, and they just tried to bully me and essentially and do all that little stuff. So then I started meeting everybody like Vic, Mike, and King, Larry, everybody who was out there for the tryout. I think Webb, I had met him a little because of a mutual friend Dre. But everybody else I had like kind of met afterwards. But the first time I actually got introduced to the hoop scene, it was King, Larry, all the people who was trying out, who already knew they was on the team, but still had to go to the tryout. Um, like I said, I was just out there trying to make a name for myself. So that's when I actually got introduced to the hoop scene, and then they added me to the chat. Yeah.
Hey, so before Larry goes, because I know some of y'all were on Shake and Bake, Larry and King, I need y'all to elaborate on this because I have so much respect for this guy. Coach G, I swear he always told me when I was hooping, hey, come try out for the team. But like my pride would get in the way because I didn't want to be on an Air Force team. I wanted to make sure that I was part of an Army team. You know what I'm saying? So like G used to always say, hey, come try out. Let's see how you could do with y'all. And I respected y'all. It wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm better than y'all. It was just always my ego always wanted to stay with the Army people. So I just wanted to say that before Larry starts and King comes on, because I want y'all to talk about that guy, because that man was a freaking genius.
Yeah, I could elaborate more on the great G. But so I got to Kadena around June 2017. So the first weekend I got there was it was like the 4th of July weekend,
Mm.
and so it was the tournament going on. So I pulled up there. The gym was thick. I'm like, okay, let me see what it's about. I'm like, okay, let's see. I seen Kadena had a team, and I had a homie that played on one of the Korea teams. I think he was on Osan. So I went, I pull up and watch him play or whatever. I remember it was like the finals or whatever, and they had like the Kadena versus the Warriors team. And I remember I was like, damn, there was this big light skinned dude. And he was like, I just remember looking, I'm like, damn, this dude tough. But it's crazy because he wasn't moving fast at all. He did a move and went to the hole, and the person guarding him couldn't do anything about it. I was like, damn, I ain't never seen him move like that before. And then like I was kind of talking out loud to my wife, and then there was this it was somebody that he was like he kind of overheard me. He was like, oh, you hoop? I was like, yeah, I hoop. I was like, I just got here. I was like, I've been here for like a day and a half. And he was like, oh, he said, he like, yeah, I coach a team or whatever. His name was Coach Hay. So King probably know him. Coach Hay, he coached a team called it was ironically called the Kings, not like the semi-pro team. And so that was how I got introduced to the hoop scene there. And so pretty much I went and he had practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, but they practice on um, like Foster and the what's the air station that's out there? I forgot what it called. Futima.
Futima, yeah.
Hot ass gyms. Boy, them gyms was hot as hell, boy.
The big ass yellow fans didn't work.
Oh my god. Oh, when I'm telling you, and he had us running, running, running. Like he like, man, if you could play here, you could play anywhere. And I goddamn believe that shit, boy. But he had, I mean, I used to go through. I bring like 3 shirts to practice, bro. 2 of them to wear in practice, and then 1 just to wear back home. And so our team wasn't good. He ended up retiring, and it's another coach took over. And he was extra trash, extra trash. He didn't even know how to hoop at all, but he was just some sergeant major that I think he just needed a bullet or some shit like that. And so he played lunchtime balls with the Marines and shit. Like, that's kind of how they do, I guess. They play lunchtime and get all buddy with each other. So I ended up playing with him. I met one of my close homies, C4. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and him started off playing with them, and then we had a tournament. We played in the first big tournament I played in was the MLK tournament out Foster, and C ended up getting hurt. C ended up getting hurt, and I remember we played shake and bake, and I was the only ball handler on my team, and because like the rest of the everybody else see me hoop, at Cadino on Sundays, they're like, oh yeah, that's the only ball handler. But when I tell you that they trapped the hell out of me, bro, they like we got our ass drugged because this literally all they do was trap me. I couldn't even bring the ball past 3/4 of the court, bro. It was crazy. Um, but so I guess fast forward a little bit, I was like, man, fuck that. I ain't playing with that team no more. He trash, coach trash. C started playing with buckets because he said, fuck it. I ain't playing with this trash ass team.
I was gonna
And
I was gonna ask you. C is the dude, the dark skinned cat that played with buckets,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember him. He was cold too.
Yeah, he can shoot real quick.
So fast forward a little bit, they had the first draft league, and I was like, man, I ain't playing with them no more, whatever. And then C start playing on one of them teams on the Cats League or whatever. And he was like, hey, bro, come out and play with us. So then I start kind of getting my reps back up or whatever because I wasn't playing. And then they had the draft league, so I was in a good rhythm. I got picked up. With a team with T. T's probably who you talking about, Hicks.
That's his name.
T,
Terrence. Yeah, that man was nasty, bro.
Yeah, T, Art. We had Preston was on our team, and we had a dude TDY Anderson. He was TDY from Alaska at the time. Little short dude that was cold, jump out the gym. But anyway, we end up winning the championship, and I'm just coming off the bench, but I was just getting buckets off the bench because all they do just like, just hustle and just run the lanes. And T found me every single time. He was just like, bro, if you run, you will get the ball and you will score 12 to 15 points a game. I literally scored 12 to 15 points off the bench. And so we ended up winning the chip or whatever. And then Art was like, hey, man, you need to go ahead and play with Shake It Bake. And so that's how I kind of get introduced to Shake It Bake. But it really was because I had a lot of respect for G. And I was seeing how like they used to, he would take them in, how he was actually teaching them how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them, whether it's drills, it wasn't just practice, but he made sure that they was on their shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like all buddy with them. He's like, nah, this is how you properly do it, and held them accountable for it. So I had a lot of respect for that. So that was the reason why I ended up joining Shake and Bake.
Hell yeah. What's up, Manny? I remember seeing Manny the first time, but what's up? Like, why you shaking your head like that?
Man, I joined super late. I got here 2019, so y'all was already solidified. I had y'all stuff already squared away when I got here. The first day I got here, I actually hooped with Webb. Like, me and him got here at the same time.
That's how I remember you. Was y'all two?
Yeah, everywhere Webb went, he was like, yo, man, I'm about to go here. I'm about to go to Foster. I'm like, come pick me up. Let's go out there and hoop. I hooped with Hicks one time, right? I think you had just got here, too. And me and you was on different teams, and we was guarding each other, and nobody passed us the ball. And me and Hicks just straight talked about both of our teams, like, look at this. We was coaching instead of playing. Like, and I was like, I fuck with this dude, man. Like, he know basketball. Like, we didn't even play. Like, we was just running down the court and like, look at this dumbass motherfucker right here. We did that for the entire game. And I ain't see Hicks after that until, like, later on. Because I was always TDY. Either TDY or hurt. So, I ain't joined no team until damn near after COVID. Like, I was on, like, over 30 league team and stuff like that. But I think I hooped with Larry and King, like, one time in the gym before COVID popped off. But other than that, man, like the basketball scene, I got in there super late. Man.
Yeah, you definitely did. What about you, King? You was there since 2010 or something like that.
2017. I was there in 2017, but no. Before I say that, speak on G. G was he was a realist first of all, and then he did know the game. He taught because we didn't just practice just for the sake of practicing. If we was gonna be there, we was gonna really get it in, do something, and make it count. So he was always on that. He was pretty much fair to everybody, so you kind of knew where you stood with him. He just knew the game. But now, how I got on the scene really is I ain't really say per se get introduced to anybody prior to me being there because I didn't know no one there before I got there. But I just went to the gym and started hooping. And the more I hoop, the more I started realizing who I was. And then after a point, I was hooping one day, and G actually had came to me. He was like, "Hey, we got practice on, I think Wednesday or Thursday. It was whenever there." He was like, "Hey, just be there. We got practice at 6." I was like, "All right." So that was basically him telling like, "Hey, you on the team? I need you," or whatever. So I was like, "Cool." And then that's kind of how I got on Shake and Bake, and then it just went from there. And then I got introduced to everybody that was on Shake and Bake at the time. So it was like Red, was it
NJ.
NJ,
Yeah.
T,
Vic.
Mike,
Oh man, that was a
Vic.
good squad.
Actually, Vic came right after that too. With Murph, it was some old people.
Mike.
Jack,
Mike was there.
yeah, Mike. So we actually had I ain't gonna lie, we actually had a crazy team at that point. We started. At first,
That,
it was kind of,
and that's what
we
I
was
was
like 10,
like
11, 12 deep at that point.
bro. That's what I was trying to say when I first got there. Like the people we're
Yeah,
naming, they were there at Cadena when I first got introduced to basketball, bro. It was not a
yeah.
that wasn't an easy pickup game to go join. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, where the fuck the scrubs
No,
at
we
so I could
used
get my
to,
my feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Like
nah, they
shit,
used to run like, and
bro.
he used to run us like we used to run a lot in practice too. So that's what it. When G was coaching, we ran a lot,
I
like,
remember sometimes where
and
like that man would go lift and y'all would play pickup. Y'all would play pickup. He would lift. When he was done lifting, then y'all practice. I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers just played like 6 games. Y'all
yep,
about to practice right now? Like, bro,
yep, and
that's mainly the reason
it
why I
go
never wanted
from.
to try out. That was too much work, bro. It's like, god
But I ain't
damn,
gonna lie,
I don't want to try out, bro.
you was gonna really
Oh,
like run, be in shape. I ain't gonna lie, if you was gonna play on that team, you was like to run, be in shape, and kind of know how to play. But
Man, he was
nah,
a he was a
but that's
good
how.
yeah. He was a good person to
No,
talk to, man.
yeah, and he just like good conversation, tell you
Yeah.
about life, like you good knowledge, like stuff like that. So he was like the coach, but he was also like, he was really you know what I'm saying? Like he really he was really
He
But
for sure.
nah, yeah, but that's really how it went for me. Like it just once I got on the team, it just went from there. Like I still had to earn my stripes because they weren't like I was immediate. Like they already had a team, so I had to kind of just integrate myself in that.
What about you, Webb?
Man, I had a journey to get into the hooping scene with all of y'all. Um, like I said, first few days I got to Cadena, like I think me and Manny were on the same plane. We ended up going to the gym at the same time, and ever since then, me and him been family. So everywhere I go, I'm like, "Hey, Manny, we gotta go hoop over here," right? So one of these days, I show up to the gym. It's me and like 5 or 6 other people. Like the gym was dry as hell. I don't even know what time it was. But it was this dude named Vincent. He was a Filipino cat. He could shoot, and he was always running. That was the only time I played with him. But he was like, "Man, hey, you can hoop. I need to introduce you to this cat named AJ." Said he's the best on the island. It's like, all right, sure. So he said, so he tells AJ to hit me up. AJ hits me up and he's like, "Hey, we hooping at 6. You got a car?" And I'm like, "Nah." "All right, where do you stay?" "Cadena." Like just short ass conversations like that. Like this man was not social at all, right? "All right, I'm hit. Pick you up at the USO. Be there at 5 o'clock." I'm like, "Damn, we hooping at 6. Foster must be far as hell." So I hit up Manny and I was like, "Hey, we going to Foster. We got to meet this dude at the USO." And then I also hit up Dre. Hicks knows Dre from back in the day, tech school. I knew him from my last base.
We all
And
know
Manny
Dre.
was up in the car. No, it's a different
No,
Dre.
not that Dre.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, different Dre. So we all get Manny's the only one who had a car, so he pulls up to the USO, and I'm waiting for AJ. AJ pulls up 5 o'clock, like he said he would, and he's just like, "Yeah, we're going to Foster." So I get in the car with AJ, and Manny and Dre are following. This man takes us all around
Bruh.
the world. I shit you not. It took us like an hour, hour and a half to get to Foster. I don't even know what roads he took.
Bro, I thought Foster was on another island, dog. I was like, y'all gotta get gas.
I'm in my mind. I'm like, I'm never going to Foster again, ever. As soon as we get there, you know, it's a fucking sauna. The court's a little slippery, but it was good hoops, right? So I felt like AJ was trying to test, like the whole ride. AJ did not say a fucking word. I was like, "Where you from, Chicago?"
That sound like AJ.
So after that, I ended up joining Buckets, like the Marine team, just because he was like, "Yo, I want you to hoop on this team." All right, bet. Still go to practice. This man's telling everybody what to do, not really outside of like barking commands and shit. He ain't saying a word to anybody else. Like no good pass or anything like that. Hey, we got a tournament coming up. We playing Shake and Bake, or we playing whatever Kadina's team was at the time. And that's where I'm like, first time I end up playing against Larry. I think King was there. I can't really remember. And Hicks, right? And I'm coming off the bench. They had me shooting. Like, that was my whole role. Rebound, hustle, and play the three-point line and shoot. I had 18 points off of 6 threes. I've never hit that many threes in a game ever in my life. But we end up beating them, and like
I remember that game because he was offensive rebounding, and it was like clutch for them.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I don't even think they would have won if he would like not on the floor.
Yeah.
For real.
All I did was grab like 15 rebounds and shit, and hit threes.
All I did was grab about 15. Come off the bench.
Yeah, I just had 15 rebounds. You know,
Who is this dude?
Some slide.
Aggressive ass rebounds.
And that's all they were saying. They're like, "Man, who are you? What?" This little ass nigga grabbing rebounds out of nowhere. And the only person I knew on the team at the time was Hicks. So everybody's like, "Hey man, you a Marine? What?" Like, I'm like, "No, I'm Air Force." And they're like, "Why the fuck aren't you playing for us?" Right?
I was like, how he even get on? A bucket? And we don't even know who he is. And he
right.
And he all peoples.
That was like my first month here, right? And I thought about joining the Kadena team, but everybody was like, "Man, this motherfucker Edge is coaching."
Oh
Like,
yeah.
This ain't the time. This ain't it.
Yeah. Ain't gonna lie, that's when he was like telling me at that point. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was
That's
my
all I'm saying
introduction
about
to
that.
hoops on the island. It was just a lot of. It was a weird start, you know. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, AJ's the best on the island," but this motherfucker does not say shit. He barks at everybody. Like, yeah, he makes some great plays, but I'm not playing with them anymore. I'd rather play against all these niggas. Yeah.
What about you, Bass? What's up? You and your right nipple that was on here the whole time.
The whole time.
You
on
get
the
his
rack?
money.
Let
Only
me know.
bad. Get your money work.
At $1.99, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hit my shit,
Onlybass.com.
That boy
Oh.
cheap.
The more followers you get, this shit add up, my boy.
I'm
You
about to
gotta start
invest.
off low. Fuck you
I'm
talking
about to
about?
invest in his stocks.
But shit, I mean, I had got out there, 2018? Like August 2018. I just went to the gym. I was still staying in the hotel, I think. I went to the gym because I was like, shit, I know they're going to do a height and weight soon. Let me go in here and get some sweat in. So I went to the gym. I think I met Tay and I met Kay. And I met Buck. That's where I met Buck. Not the light
Oh
skinned Buck.
my
dark skinned
God.
Buck.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And I was in there. I was just chilling or whatever. I wasn't thinking about joining no team. I was just trying to get skinny and shit. And then I came out the next day. And then Kay was like, yeah, we got practice this weekend. Just come out to practice. And I was like, all right, bet. So I hit him up or whatever. I was like, we're practicing. He's like, it's on Foster. So I put that shit in my little GPS. Boy, it took me 2.5 hours to get to Foster because I didn't know where the fuck I was going.
That boy did circles at the Ion Mall the whole time.
Yeah. But I got to Foster and we had practice. I said, boy, it's hot as fuck in here. How is y'all running down this court? And then I want to say that following weekend was a tournament, but I was like, man, I ain't going to this tournament. I'm good. And then Tay hit me up. He was like, oh, yeah, it's the All Forces tournament coming up. I said, boy, I could barely run on the court 2 times. What you mean? He was like, yeah, you trying to play on the Army team? I was like, who all playing on the Army team? And then Buck was like, I'm playing. Kay was like, I'm playing. I was like, man, so I said, shit, I'll play if y'all want me to play or whatever. And that's whenever you was gone. I think you was on leave or something.
I was on. I didn't meet you till the first game of the All Armed Forces game when we lost the Navy.
Yeah.
Fucking lost the Navy, bro. I don't want to talk about that.
We got out there, boy. I remember I get out there in the Marine game, boy. I got out there in 2 minutes. I had 5 fouls.
Bass Artest.
Running, huh?
He said Bass Artest.
Yeah. But in 2 minutes in the Marine game, I had 5 fouls. It was that dude that had the
foul. How?
White dude that had the shit on his face. Man, that boy tried to run past me. I stuck my leg out. Hell no.
That was dirty, boy.
That was it, though. Tay had, I didn't know me and Tay was in the same battery. I didn't even know we was in the same battery. I seen Tay on the court, and then I seen him at work one day. I said, boy, why you say we was in the same battery? He's like, shit. No.
You know Tay. You motherfucker don't know he in that battery.
Yeah. After that, I just started hooping every day. I started going out there all the time, and then that's when I got on with the Bullets because I had met. I remember we was hooping one morning for PT. Me, you, Sanders, everybody was out there hooping, and that's when I got on with the Bullets. Yeah.
That's how it was, cause like, bro, I told you, like, I made the Bullets only because, Air Force had their team, and then the Marines had the Warriors and Buckets. I was like, bro, where's the Army team? You know what I'm saying? Like, my ego got, you know what I'm saying? It had me. I'm like, bro, we gonna have to build our team, and that goes. Wait, speaking of the draft, bro, I'm gonna let y'all know something. That draft, the first time it happened, I took pride in that because there was 2 rounds that happened. All right, the first round, everyone thought was good, right, which was fair. Everyone got drafted already. Then they were like, damn, we don't have enough people on these teams. They go for a second round. I was the first pick on the second round. I just want to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? First pick. You know who picked me? White Mike picked me up. You know what I'm saying? White Mike's like, oh, we need a hustle player right now. We're gonna get Oos. I was like, yeah. It's first pick overall in the second round. Nah, I was playing. I'm just talking shit. But the next thing I want to talk about, right, before I get to the main topic, is who was the best player on Island when you were here, respectfully, and who was your favorite player to play with? So Hicks, he's already looking like he needs to go phone a friend, but he gotta go. He gotta go.
Yeah.
Let me.
Man, sheesh.
You don't have enough time. This is rapid because I gotta get to this topic. I want to talk about the bubble.
I can't even tell you who the best player I played against out here is. I'll tell you who's the most competitive that me and him went at it the most, and that was King. Me and him went at it all the time. I hated playing on his team. I always loved playing against him just because I'm a competitor. I don't like playing on the same team as everybody who's good out here. But I think King was one of the better players that I played against out here.
Respect. Agree.
Yeah. As far as playing with, I think me and you had the best chemistry. The Hicks and roll. That's when that became a thing.
Hicks and roll, baby.
Yeah, I love pick and rolls, man. That was my favorite thing to do. And when you got somebody who can actually do it the right way and know how to read what the defense is doing, it made it so much easier. So we don't have that out here. That's not a thing. It's non-existent anymore. The Hicks and roll is retired until I can find another player who's capable of doing it correctly. So Webb, we don't play together too many times. We are normally on the opposite teams as well. But yeah, man. If I have to say one of the better players I like playing against was King, man.
Hell yeah. What about you, Larry?
Yeah, so I'll start off to say probably the toughest person I had to guard, and as I claim a quote unquote defender, uh, probably the toughest person I say I had to guard, and it's probably a sleeper, was C4. If y'all
No,
remember
that's
C4,
not a sleeper, bro. To me, he's not a sleeper. He was good as fuck. I liked his game,
bro.
bro.
Out of anybody, you can say like AJ and Leaf. I'm talking about mostly guard play, right? Because I'm mostly
C.
guarding, matching up with the guards. But with C, like, bro, he was so fast, bro. He was so fast. And the thing is that he could shoot. So
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't like literally stop short. And you stop short, he would shoot right in your face, bro. Like it didn't even matter. And then if you got a little bit, give him too much space, he going past you, bro. You can't even put a hand on him because he was strong as fuck. And he going straight to the rim and getting a bucket. Like he was like bro, like he was the toughest person to guard. Like everybody else, I could slow them down. Or I could feel like I could kind of somewhat have my way as a defender. But
Oh,
like he was tough, man. But I would say I ain't gonna lie, Us gonna get some credit on that one, but Us is my favorite player to go.
Hey.
I would say from a little different reason from Hicks though. It really wasn't offensive. It was really more so on the defensive end, where it's like some of the players, you might say like you may be hooping, and there's a screen and you expect the screen. But when you know that okay, it's Oos coming up and that switch, I don't got no problem. Like I don't got to fight over it. That switch is coming. I'm like, all right, I'm good. And it's the same for him right there. He's like, okay, like so I felt like when you actually like as a defender or whoever the ball handler, they be like, oh, they want to pick. And I'm like, nah, don't get one of these two. Yeah, you better go get somebody else. Yeah, that's what I felt like. So yeah, Oos, and then Oos surprisingly give me the ball a lot, man. Like anybody who give me the ball a lot is one of my favorite players. Manny give me the ball a lot.
I give
And
anybody the ball a lot.
and Hicks when it ain't game point, Hicks will give me the ball. But when it's game point, that ball ain't coming out of Hicks' hand.
Hey, I
But
respect
yeah,
that. I respect that.
yeah.
What about you, Manny?
And go ahead, bro.
My bad. Before I cut it off, Larry, you had something to say before I go to Manny?
I don't think I answered the last question. I just added one. But I'll probably say probably the best person, talent wise, I would say was Webb. I would say Webb because that motherfucker. Oh my god, I don't know. Like I
Webb be
get, I
doing some
get
crazy shit, boy.
like what the fuck, bro? He would jump
That's
up and do a
exactly-
360 and still somehow make it. And
Like how
You
the fuck?
he's gonna go right. He's gonna go right, but somehow he just jumps
Spin.
high as hell, and then you be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a time it good," and then but it's on his way back down, and he jump up and get the rebound again. I'm like, man, what the
Man,
fuck,
he
bro?
don't even
Like,
touch the ground all the way, bro. Just mid-air jump again, bro. Like, what
just jump again and get. I'm like, dog, what the fuck, bro? Just like I just want to just hold you down, bro. That's all it is. You gotta do Jordan rules with Webb, bro. So yeah, that's how I close it off.
Okay, Manny, what's up? You said too many.
I got 2 minutes. First off, I'm old, right? So my prime was a long time ago. But I hate guarding 3 people. All right, they all guards. One is Hicks, right? Because I thought I was the hezzy guard, right? I thought I was the hezzy guard until Hicks goddamn got me out my damn sneakers. I was like, all right.
Out your knee
I don't like
pads.
guarding this mother. But I don't like guarding this mother. Plus, his IQ is good too, so he moved without the ball a lot too. Second is King. I don't know why King be trying to take my ankles. Like, bruh, I'm 34. Like, I don't need this. And I look young, so they like, oh man, you got King. I'm like, why, bruh? Like, that's a whole long time ago. I don't feel like guarding him, man. I know he gonna give me about 7 crossovers before he actually put the shot up. I'm like, go ahead. All right, you got me. All right, okay, I got me. All right, shoot the fucking ball now. And then, but the toughest person that he played guard, but he wasn't really a guard. But y'all motherfuckers in the army let him dribble the ball down the court all the time was Howard.
I was
couldn't
gonna bring
stand
him up.
Howard.
I was gonna bring his ass
oh
up.
my god.
Dog, that man Hey, he
I was
had it
gonna bring
all,
his ass
man.
up. Jalen Howard.
His arms was just long. He had like, bro, why he got to run point, man? Like, come on,
Man.
bro. I don't feel like nah. So, them the
Wow.
three.
He
that
was a
I
guard,
think
bro.
they
He
got.
was only like 5'9", 5'10". He was a
Nah,
guard, bro. He
nah.
just had
I'm
long ass
5'8".
arms.
I'm 5'8". How about 6 feet? He
Yeah, he
don't
might
look it.
have been 6 feet. He had to have been
Man.
6
Six
feet.
feet,
He
dog.
wasn't.
And when he put his
Yeah, he
arms
could
up,
have. He
about
could have been
7.
6
He's like
foot.
7'2" when he stretches his arms up.
Golly.
But yeah, man, that mug, I couldn't stand him, man. But
I
I love,
hated
I
him.
love, I like playing with him. And I ain't go, you know, my favorite player to play with, y'all probably know Webb. Me and Webb got we
Good
got a real
chemistry.
good chemistry.
Mhm.
I like playing with you, Oos, too. But it's like, because we got the same player when it comes to passing. But then that shit fuck us up when I'm playing against you because we're both thinking 2 steps ahead. So it's like,
Right.
damn. Like, I can't pass it there. Oos looking. I can't pass it there. Oos, god damn. So,
Chess
yeah, man,
game, baby.
Yeah, that's my 2 right there. You and Webb, man.
What's up, King?
Y'all ain't just see Bass, bro.
No, I didn't look at Bass. I've been trying to not see his nipple, bro.
Hey, boy, put his whole.
What happened?
I didn't see it.
Hey,
It's,
but no.
Hey, what happened?
How you close the video off?
But no, y'all said the best
the best player you ever played against on island, and who is your favorite teammate?
All right, so let me think. It's a few guys on the island. I really can't narrow it down to one.
Yeah, throw flowers where you have to throw 'em.
Because it's just, what I mean, we faced a lot of comps though, but I'm gonna just go based off of like games and pick up and all that. For sure. I mean, nobody threw his name out, but the Big T was actually tough in the in game, like organized. Like I
Oh
think the
no,
first time
yeah.
I seen
I had
him,
to think who you was
he
talking
had
about,
like
but I know who you're talking about now.
he had like an easy 25 to 28, and it was like tough buckets. It wasn't even like he was like getting to his spots, and it was just easy for him. And I was like,
Yeah, and hey, before you keep going, Big
Yeah.
T, while we're talking about him, this man wasn't like built like Arnold Schwarzenegger either, by the way. So like if he was built the way he's
he
built,
don't-
this is
yeah.
100% skill that's coming out of this man playing basketball. Because this man wasn't built to play like you look at him, he's not a basketball looking type of person. But when you put him on that fucking court,
IQ.
his
Yeah,
IQ
IQ.
and his skill. That's when his actual 100% skill came out. Because you look at him, you look at him, you're like, yeah, I'll guard him because he's slow. Yeah, all right, go ahead and guard him. Go ahead and guard him.
I've had my experience with bigger guys, and that man is
Yeah.
very
He was like
good.
he was
bro.
a big guard though, with high IQ, and,
Can shoot.
Yeah, go
shoot
ahead.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
they
then
pause.
and then another guy though, nobody really gonna speak on him because I don't think nobody really seen it. Like was like legit tough too though. I don't know if y'all know him.
Who?
He was like what he played with the Warriors, but nobody like he didn't. I don't know where he was at.
That Tom?
You seen him, you know, yeah. Like
Yeah, he's nice.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like 6'6" with a handle,
What's his name?
Yeah.
high IQ.
Oh.
Tom, yeah.
Tom?
Tom.
Yeah.
I don't remember Tom.
He's
Yeah. I just want to say you probably ain't see him a lot, but he was, ain't gonna lie, he was the problem, especially if he was in shape and playing. He was the problem. But I mean, seeing that's 2, and then for sure, Webb, you in there in my top 10 somewhere out there for sure. Hicks, you in there in my top 20 there, top 15. Me. It's another press, some more people on this. But anyway, them guys were tough.
He was tough, but I ain't gonna interrupt. My
Go ahead.
bad. He was tough,
Go
but
ahead.
I would say that just because I didn't count him because we played them only in the tournaments,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
I ain't get no burn. I ain't get no burn, so I don't really count them playing against him for real. That's somebody else. That was Dre them playing against him. That was y'all playing
No,
against.
for sure. Like, I mean, we wouldn't have. I ain't finna guard him in the post because he's 6'8". So, but anyway, but it was who else? It's somebody underrated. Burnett was underrated though. if y'all want to say Ern, he played for the Warriors too.
Oh,
He
I
was
know who you're
like the
talking
big
about.
strong one. Like he was
Yeah, dark
actually
skinned dude.
very yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker
I'm
was
talking
strong.
about
I guarded him
yeah.
before, bro. That was a
He was like
stocky ass
underrated.
dude. You couldn't move him.
He was like yeah. And then I'll just give it. Y'all remember Keenan? He was kind of tough when he was there too.
That was one of my two that I was
Yeah,
gonna go with favorites, bro.
yeah,
That was the best. I'm not favorites,
yeah,
but best players. Keenan was.
yeah.
I'll say I'll give him his flowers when it's my turn.
But, yeah. And then as far as who I like to play with, I mean, I don't know. I really play with a lot of y'all. Well, really, a lot of y'all in here. To be honest, like I wouldn't. If I had to narrow down to one person,
You always
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
your
I like.
favorite.
You know what? No, I think I play with Ross pretty good though. No lie. Dark
Who?
skin Ross. Ross, he's still there.
Ross?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marine Cat.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know. You know him. He dark skinned. Remember he was when we first started hooping back in the gym again after they let us hoop
Oh,
again.
is
From
was
the
he
outside.
was
You
he?
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about now. I know
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah. Nah, but for sure, all y'all in here I actually like playing with though. If this was a team right here, we'd be straight.
Hell yeah.
Just want
I
to pick up.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Webb? What's up, Webb? What we talking about?
All right, I might have to do mine in threes, right? So, uh, I have to go by the toughest person I played, right? Toughest people I played against. Hicks. I could not figure out how to stop him from getting to the rim. I'm like, and I love playing defense. I love guarding the best person on the court. I couldn't figure it out. Like, if I was there for the hezzy, this man would just move me out the way. And I'm like, I'm not a small nigga. I know I'm not small. How the hell is he still getting to the rim? Right? King, I just hate guarding shooters. Right? But he also could dribble. Most shooters I know, they run around the 3-point line, blah, blah, blah. But King will dribble, hit a step back, and I'm like, oh, he's going for the three. Drive to the lane. Like, I'm already in the air. I didn't even come down, and he's at the paint. Hated that. Hated that for sure. And shoot, I might have to go with Ross because I hate guarding his ass too. Like a lot of y'all here didn't get a chance to play against him a lot. That man can shoot. He got this step back and he does this he's got a wide ass step to the lane. And he's
It's a
athletic
long
too.
step. It's a stupid
Yeah.
long step, man.
I know. I
He-
remember Ross. Yeah, I remember Ross now because like towards me and King's like last couple like a month towards us leaving when we finally got back in the gym. King used to have me, Ross, him. What was the captain's name? What was his name, bro? The light skinned dude that always came with the
No, that was Courtney.
Courtney. Like I remember, like we
Yeah.
always had our solid five, like to continue
Yeah.
playing before we fucking headed out. I remember Ross now.
Want to be shooting half court.
Yeah,
That's the one that
He
that
was
was
a
always
recruiter
at
for real.
Buckner, right?
yeah.
You said what?
So
That's what
Yeah,
was hooping.
yeah.
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 what's up? What's up, Webb?
Yeah.
Who's your top three favorites then?
Well, I forgot to mention one person on both sides of the court. I hated playing against Howard. Both sides of the court, because first off, I went up for a dunk, right? This nigga Howard jumped after I did with two hands, and I'm like, I have nowhere to go. I ended up just coming right back down with the ball. I'm like, yo,
Travel.
I don't know what to do. In the air, I couldn't figure out what the hell to do. And I haven't had that happen in a long ass time. Then offensively, he does that. Same thing, that wide step. Hold the ball out here. And then if I'm there with him, he's just going to throw the ball out to Oos. Somebody. He's going to be wide open for another shot. I hated that shit. Top three to play with. Got to give it to Manny. Always
Day
playing
one.
with him. Like, he figured out my game from the jump. Like, he can play defense on me, but he figured out my game from the jump and knew how to, like, put me in positions to score. Whether it was off the pick and roll or, like, hey, Webb, if I'm driving here, just cut behind me from the wing, you're gonna get an open shot. You might be able to go dunk on somebody. Shit. What was it, like a month or two ago? Threw the ball off the glass. Like we were killing people. Threw the ball off the glass, and I threw down on somebody. I can't even remember who it was. Poor soul.
Hit the D Wade. Hit the D Wade.
Yeah. Love playing with Larry too. Larry and Oos. Same reason. It's like defense. I'd rather play with Larry than against him.
Facts.
Because I couldn't figure out how to score on Larry. Ever. Couldn't figure out how to score on Larry. But playing with y'all, both of y'all taught me a lot. And Oos was like, man, you were so talkative on defense. You talked about stuff that I'm like, yo, I'm learning mid game what Oos is talking about. Oh, okay. You'd push me in the right spot. Be like, what the hell are you doing? Get over there. And push me over there. Like, I love playing with y'all specifically. Because, I mean, you just taught me a lot. Taught me so much about the game. That. Still learning. Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Nipple Bass, what's up?
Man, honestly, yeah, it's a hard pick for me. I mean, the person, honestly, when I was out there, bro, to be honest,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody said his name. Go ahead, Bass.
The best on Island was Howard.
Ooh.
I mean, we used to get in games, and we would be, how many times we done been in the game and been down 20, 30, and Howard brought us back.
Wearing this jersey?
Yes. To me, it was Howard, bro. We had Howard and Preston, man, we was coming back no matter what. We'll switch from zone to man, and we was coming back. It didn't matter. We did it against Air Force. We did it against Shake and Bake. We did it against everybody. Everybody done had a Howard comeback on their ass. And it ain't even a team effort.
I ain't playing no.
It wasn't. It was Howard and his Newports.
You know what I'm
Hey, he be smoking between games and pick up. I be like,
oh man,
that's what I'm saying though. Like, and when that boy dunked on that boy in the championship game.
Oh, Team Unknown when we won the championship?
Yeah, Team Unknown when we won the championship.
Boy, dunked on them. That was here. I don't know.
Y'all got footage of that?
We do.
What?
We do.
Y'all got footage of that?
We do.
Yeah, we got pictures.
Nah,
Don't worry about it.
I wouldn't.
Matter of fact, it was Hunter's team.
I was at the game.
Don't worry about it.
It was Hunter's team.
It was Hunter's team.
Yeah, we lost it.
But to me, that was my boy, you know what I'm saying, from jump. But at the same time, being on his team, I done seen Howard do some shit, and I be like, damn, how he did that? I'm taller than him. I can't even do that.
Bro, I see him snatch somebody dunk out the air, bro.
Yeah,
Charles wanted to try to dunk it, and he grabbed it, R2 triangle, grabbed that mother.
He said R2 and triangle.
R2 triangle. I was like, yo, that's wow.
yes, it was that boy got bunnies.
Yeah. That's my boy. I don't know what happened to him. I used to fuck with him on Facebook, but I ain't heard from him in a minute. I don't know. I know he's in hood, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's in hood, but he been silent. I'm gonna find his ass. I'm gonna find. You know, he's still in the army, being a career counselor. I'm gonna find his name. I'm gonna find his name.
As long as he's staying out of trouble, that's all I care about.
That's facts. That's facts.
But I mean, everybody on the screen, you know, y'all know me. I got loyalty is my biggest problem. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's how I go. So me and Hicks, we always play against each other, but we play together like it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? We out there having a good time. Same thing with Manny. I think me and Manny got into it one time when we was outdoors hooping. And then after that, I was like, hey,
I'm about to shank your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember that.
I got with a knife.
Man, I fuck with Manny. And after that, that was it. Larry, I remember me and Larry was hooping one day. It was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or some shit. And we was hooping at the gym. And Larry said, boy, if you run down the court with me, we're going to win this game. I was like, fuck it, let's just run down the court. So I started running. You know what I'm saying? I started running the court the whole time. We came back. We was down like It was like 2-11 or some shit. And we came back and Larry was like, "I told you just run the court." I was like, "All right, bro, but I can't breathe. But we're good." Y'all know. I mean, Ooze, you know, you my brother from whatever. You
already know.
You know what I'm saying? So the problem is me and Ooze never play together unless we was on the squad. Like unless it was the Bullets or unless we was on the All Army team, or whatever. But if we was outside playing pickup, that boy Ooze was always on the other team. Damn, I got hard. And then we'll sit there talking. I'm like, "Hey, bro, you remember?" And the next thing I know, he took off running. I'm like, "Damn, who the fuck is this?"
Mind control. Like, hey, you remember?
That was his
Yeah.
thing. My goodness, that was Oos's thing, bro. Oos would talk to you about something, and then he would just take off. Boom. Like, man, Oos was just talking, bro.
No,
Chill.
boy.
Man, Oos was the only person I knew that could hit the turbo button mid-run.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I learned the art of sleeping somebody, bro. Like when you look, if you even look away from me for 1 second, it's a wrap. Boom, I'm out. I'm out.
Bro, that shit used to piss me off because I'm like, yo, I know I'm faster than Oos. Where the fuck did he go?
Yeah,
That
you're
boy-
faster than me until you look away from me. That was the key right there. You know what I'm saying? You take your eyes on me for 1 second, it's a wrap. That's all I need is the 1 second.
You can't help when you got Oos. Can't help.
So
No.
Like, hell no.
Baseline.
You gotta stay on Ooze. You
Baseline.
can't
He's
help.
cutting. He's
No.
cutting.
Full speed baseline too. Like,
bro,
I'm telling you, that's what me and Oos, man. Oos was my guy on the court because it was just easy to play with him, bro. He knew basketball. Like not a lot of people. If you got a lot of people who just want to shoot. Oos knew he would hit that corner shot, but Oos knew his bread and butter was paint.
Yeah.
Go to the paint. He knew he was gonna get the ball, so he would cut. A lot of
wasn't worried
times,
about scoring.
man.
see, and that's the thing. And what's funny is how many of y'all raise your hand? How many of y'all actually played? Like, I don't care if it was the lowest of college basketball. If y'all played some type of college basketball, right, and y'all complimenting in that, I barely play basketball, right, and that's why I used to get. I'm getting like over here at Fort Drum. They don't respect me right now as far as me telling them about basketball because they're looking at me like, did you even play college? I'm like, bro, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, and this man can't even draft. No offense to the Hornets, he can't even draft players on his own team. You know what I'm saying? No offense to the Hornets, bro. We're talking about 2K23, not 2K17. All right, my bad. But what I'm saying is what I'm saying is I never judge anybody by their collegiate or how high they've ever been in basketball. It's always been like when I listen to y'all talk, I know exactly that you guys understand the game. It's like I only knew it because I was a nerd getting high as fuck, smoking and watching basketball. Like, damn, that shit is actually a genius ass play. But for me, were you done, Bass, while I was interrupting?
No, you good, bro. We talking about the same shit.
All right, so I'm going with I'm gonna go in reverse. My favorite players to the best players I've ever played against. Mine is all y'all want to. I'm glad this is a whole group because this is the bubble, right? We all joined. We all were at the same spot getting snitched on. So I'm not like Hicks, your heart, your Mamba mentality. That's why I loved you. Fucking Manny, the way you play just like me, except at a smaller body. Like your ass, we had the same mentality. We knew
biggest motherfucker out here. What are you talking about? Cuz?
when you wear knee pads, you right. So and King being a sharpshooter, you are fucking Webb with your strong I can never stop you when you get in the lane. Bass, I'm too afraid to go to the lane because I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm finna get a rock bottom. Like everybody here this team, if we had a team right here, this is a squad. All right, but I'm gonna have to break it down to I'm gonna do it in threes too. Where my three favorite players, Bass, like I said, was one of my favorites because I knew behind me when I was guarding someone, I knew that if I got beat, they was gonna get beat. So I'm like, cool. You're gonna be too scared to go behind me. I had enough, agility to keep you in front of me because I knew I had bro right behind me. Second was Howard because Howard even though like what Bass said, Howard is one of the best players that he liked, right? Howard always used to come and talk to me about plays and say like, what do you think about this? And I used to feel like, damn, that's a lot of respect for someone that I feel like I should be asking questions. He'd be like, hey, what should we do here? And then like we would talk like this motherfucker is smoking, blowing fucking him and Bass blowing fucking Newports in my face and shit. Like, oh, we should do this and that. Bro, I love this man because athletically, defensively, and the way the Mamba mentality in him, like this man didn't give a fuck. Like he didn't care if you were AJ King, hits. He didn't care. He was going after you respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And he would always like every day when we would be at work and he'll see me, he'd be like, "Ooh, bro, it's game day tonight, bro." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you ready?" Because I went and did some shots for PT. I'm like, "Shit, I'll be ready." But I'm like, "Bro, I didn't go to PT and do that shit. I didn't do that shit, but yeah, I'll be ready." And then my last favorite is literally the guy that said I was his favorite, is this man, Larry. Bro, I swear, no offense to my bullet teams or the All Army teams, my favorite team that I played with was that Okinawa City Thunder team. That whole squad, the starting squad, like everyone complimented each other. And every time I played with Larry, I knew that I had someone that had the same mindset as me. Defense, hustle, rebound first before we could do anything else. And like when me and him would do that, because Jones, Webb were our main scorers, if we could do the stuff that we were doing focusing, the team was going to be balanced regardless. We would rebound, we would hustle, we would play defense. And like and what Manny said, I would much rather play with Larry than knowing that I had to go against Larry, because Larry was just like me, except he was more athletic and he had better cardio. So I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I have to go run around with this motherfucker? No. So when I knew that we would pick Larry up, I was like, shit. That's when I knew that, like Larry, you will always be like my favorite player from Japan. Like I would never say anything because I knew like that squad. Yeah, and
getting buckets on OKC.
But listen, he was getting he was getting buckets silently. You know what I'm saying? Because the team that we built for Okinawa City, bro. Hey, first of all, 2 of these motherfuckers in here is the team that we beat. By the way, you know what I'm saying? King and Bass.
There's 3 of us.
Hicks was in there.
I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play.
Hicks team beat us because he played with Yates them. And remember, Yates them beat us at the last minute.
Nah, Hicks played with us.
Playing with them.
I didn't get to play.
I didn't get to
play with the Yates team.
I don't know if
We lost to Yates by like 2 points. We beat y'all by a point. We beat y'all by 1. We lost to Yates by 2 or something like that. We only because y'all motherfuckers was off the first cup. Like King couldn't find a bucket.
Sure I was off. I was like, I didn't score until the last.
We was up 20 for a minute.
Started the game with a 3.
Jones was the guy. That's a sleeper too. Jones was out of his mind that game. He was out of his mind that game.
That was the most proficient scorer.
That game.
Like 98%.
He's fearless.
Hey, I need to figure out his physics. I don't understand how he do that.
All right, so
he go in.
I said my 3 favorites and the 3 best players that I've played against. 1, White Mike from the Warriors, right? Yeah. I don't know. Argyle. There's no, bro. What he put me? He said, "Oos, like come work." Because there was one day, I don't know what random day it was on a weekend. Like I was bored at the house, so no one was hooping, so I started practicing by myself. And Argyle pulled up and he put me in his little workout, bro. I was dead about 5 minutes into that shit. Now he killed the fuck out of me, but like the way he plays, like, and then he won. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I like the way he played. The second one is Keenan. King brought up. I played against him during the draft league, and the man is about 6'2", 6'3". You think he's taller than that? I don't know, but he was about that height, and he can shoot. He can post up. He can dribble. He could do it all at a big frame. Yeah, Keenan.
Keenan like 6'4".
Yeah, so like he, you know, in our world, he's considered like a big man. You know what I'm saying? But like he wasn't a big man. He was naturally like a small forward type that could do it all, and that's why I liked about his game. Then he, you know, in the draft league, this motherfucker went to hit a clutch shot. But someone that y'all didn't mention, and I'm like, I don't know if y'all forgot about him, but Scott. That's one of the best players that I've.
I couldn't think of his name.
Scott
Mantle. Play with y'all, right?
Yeah, the white man. The white man.
I was about.
Scott to me was the best player I've ever seen play on Okinawa, because under the rim, besides dunking, the man can finish on both sides of the rim. One of the most pure shooters on the island. top 5 pure shooters out there. Was our best. He was our best scorer, really. Because him and Jalen, him and Howard were like complement. Because Howard wasn't a shooter like him, so he would stretch the floor for him to go do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So like those two complemented each other. So Scott, to me, I'm surprised. I thought Bass was gonna bring his name up, but he forgot.
I think y'all got better when Scott got on the ball.
No, that's
Went to the wing.
When
That's
Scott
exact-
brought the ball up,
It was a wrap.
man, that championship run, bro, I promise you, it was games where I didn't even cross half court.
And he already shot it and made a point.
Yeah, I get the
Oh,
rebound,
no.
I throw that bitch out, and by
Hey,
the time
I
I
remember
look
y'all
up,
beat
I'm like, damn, we done scored already. Let me get back.
Y'all beat the team.
We had
Like,
beat y'all.
128 to 30
Beat
or
y'all
something.
the South.
Who was
the
that?
South got beat y'all during the playoff, not the playoffs, the regular season. But y'all didn't have Scott. I
Yeah.
remember Yates was talking shit. Yates was talking shit like they can't handle. I'm like,
That's because Scott was doing gunnery at the time, and he didn't show up.
Yeah.
And y'all beat us that day. That was the only loss we had that fucking season. Was y'all? Was
That
to
was the
y'all?
first time I seen Jones, and that boy Jones was running the court. I said, man, if you get this
Why
little
they didn't put
motherfucker.
y'all
And did not stop running. He
That's
still
why they
hasn't
didn't
stopped
put y'all
running.
flag up. Because y'all was
Alright.
supposed to go undefeated champion.
Yeah, we didn't. We lost because of that one game that he didn't show up. Fucking, it was Manny's team. They went off on us. Well, y'all had Dante Yates, right? Like y'all had hella people on that team. But
Yeah.
what you said? We had Dante who?
didn't y'all had Dante
He had
Yates?
Dante.
Dante Jones.
Yates.
Shut up, boy. We had
Was it
Dante.
Webb with you on that team?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
Dante
have
Jones.
Yates.
I don't think Webb was with us. Webb had traded us about there. Went to
I played with y'all that year.
Are you sure? I think you played with the medics.
He did.
No,
No,
I
he
played
played
with
with us that
the
year.
last year.
He played.
I
He
played
did. He
with
did.
Sal
He did
that
play with
first
us that
year.
year.
This
Yeah.
man Webb be cheating, bro. This motherfucker played.
Cheater.
He was in our unit though.
Bro.
You a
He's
cheater,
actually
bro.
right.
Their unit.
All right, so look, we're gonna finish this podcast off with this, man. The main topic that I've been trying to talk about this whole time, right? You know what I'm saying? 2019 hits, 2020 comes up, and the COVID-19 happens, right? We get shut down. All the gyms are done. Nobody can hoop no more. And then we start, picking up a group chat called The Bubble, trying to get all, like King was in charge of this. He got all the hoopers in, trying to get us all together to try to find ways to hoop. I want y'all to talk about that time because I believe those were some of the best times of my life when it came to hoops. And it was outdoors. You know what I'm saying? The times where we got snitched on because we weren't supposed to be playing basketball until we found Washington Heights where everyone around there wasn't snitching on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to talk about your experiences, you know what I'm saying? And let me know how y'all felt about that whole little era of the bubble. Go ahead, Hicks.
Bubble, man. The bubble, man. That was the NBA lockout, boy. I tell y'all, that was the best time, the best hoop. He was not lying. That was the best hoops of my life. It was competitive every day. It was, man, it was good time. Like you said, people knew who they was playing with. People would wait to come after the first game, so people didn't have to play. They would bring their foul and be like, I got next. It was like that, though, because it was so competitive. People had to bring teams to try to stop. Besides the first 10, to be honest, the first 10 was the only 10 that got split up a lot because we would shoot for captains and we would just pick up who was out there. Besides that, everybody else who came, like the Navy team or the Army team, I don't know who they was. They was like D-Wash and all of them. And
The Tory boys.
the Tory boy, there we go. So we had them. They would always bring their five, Charles and Bass's favorite person, Charles. No, but that was that was some of the best times in my life, man. It was great hoop sessions. That was when I almost fought King, and me and him cool. Me and King was cool. We were just in a moment of the game where King would do something and he would bully me, and I had to tell him like, man, watch out, man. I'm younger than you. Stop bullying me. Nah, I was very competitive, man. It was nothing you could tell me. But it was a big guy out there. I can't remember his name. Y'all remember who I'm talking about?
Yes.
The big black dude
Yes.
with the do-rag.
Yes. What's his name? What? Econ.
Yeah, Econ was
yeah.
out there, man. He
Econ,
would
the young
always-
Jeezy.
That was the one person I hated playing against in the bubble because he was so reckless. Like, bro would just grab me
Like he
or
don't care
push
about
me up
nothing.
there or something like that, man. He
You
was
a poking shit.
man, he poked me in my rib cage every day.
Every
Oh
fucking
man,
time.
that was the worst. And he didn't care because he was so big. He was like, "Ain't nobody gonna fight me." Little did he know I was looking for a baseball bat one day. Anyways, no, but for real though, that was some of the best hoop sessions, man. That's when you actually knew. That's when we actually figured out who was actually hoopers and who was willing to come out, during that phase. Because people always talk about I'm only a hooping inside, but that's when I actually figured out who Howard was. Because me and him had picked up each other like a few times, and then we would like play against each other a lot because Howard always wanted to play against me. But his talent level, like, even outside, bro, he would still go to the rim like fearlessly. Like me, I'm not going to the rim fearlessly outside. First and foremost, that pole was there. A couple people done ran into that pole, and then
Okay.
man, and we always get bumped up and bruised up. So yeah, for sure, that was the best time though, man. What you got, Larry? Let's hear it.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. King tried to. Well, first K was trying to have me go out there and play. They were playing on Foster first, and he was trying to get me go out there and play. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not playing outside. I'm not playing outside. Then King was like, hey, bro, we hooping out here, bro. Whoever in that neighborhood that Uson stayed at, I forgot.
Washington
where we
Heights.
started off. Washington Heights, yeah. And I was like, man, I can't be hooping outside, bro. My knee can't take that shit. And then after a while, it's been months since I started. I got this itch, bro. I gotta start hooping. The next day, I started making it out there, and then it was just like it was so competitive. I was just like, bro, I can't leave this shit alone, bro. I was like to the point it was just like I started going into work early, so I could make sure I get my shit done, so I could dip, so I could be able to make it there to get picked up on that first team. Either we was trying to get picked up on the first team or we come with the squad. Uh, because it started off initially because I'm like I remember Oos and Howard them and Bass them y'all was running it for the first bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all was running it, and then all of a sudden we were just like I remember like me, Hicks, and King and Dre, and like Titus. I'm like, hey bro, we got to do something, bro. We got to do something. We got to do something, man, because them niggas is running it. So we started kind of holding off, trying to squad up too. And it was crazy is that I guess it's because it was like such a break, between hooping. Is that's when I seen a lot of the other players that came out and play. Like damn, what's the dude? Like Jones. I never seen Jones hoop in the court before. The other dude that used to always had the flat top, the one that used to always like talk shit to King all the time. He was quiet the one.
What's his
Trey.
name? Trey.
Let's drop Trey.
Yeah, yeah.
Floater God.
Floater Trey, yeah. Floater guy, yeah. Him, and a couple other folks. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, man, I don't know. Hey, cause when you like, I feel like when you're in a certain status of hooping, you like, man, you don't trust these new niggas and or whatever. I'm like, nah, they ain't that good. They just had this one good game. And I'm like, all right, yeah, they actually could hoop, or they, within they, they roles or whatever. But yeah, man, it was good, man. It's definitely one of the best hoop sessions that I could remember, for that while. And it was just like it was always competitive. It was just like it's just crazy because it's like, for me, like, yeah, I didn't realize that it was such an issue. Everybody always talk about like, oh, old man knees and shit and stiff. My shit was fucked for real until I got here and actually got seen by a doctor. And now I ain't run stiff at all, but I'm good money. I should do that shit like 5 years ago. But anyway, I was mad because I couldn't used to go out there and hoop like every day like how y'all used to do it. I just had to go and take like 2 days and then go ice my knees and come back so that I come out there fresh. But yeah, man, it was good. I did want to say something though, like everybody was commenting on Howard. I'm like, yeah, I thought when we was hooping before, I thought Howard was tough, and I actually played with him with buckets in a tournament, and I was like, yeah, he's pretty good, but when I said though, bro, when we went to start hooping in the outside, bro, I ain't never seen him activated like that, bro. Like that shit was crazy. I was just like, I always, like I said, I thought he was good, but when I said like, bro, like when I used to see him drive, I'm like, bro, there's nobody stopping this dude, bro. And he just did this slow as exaggerated step that nobody couldn't figure out, including me, bro. And I'm just like, bro, I'm like, oh yeah, and that's, bro, I don't. Huh? No, girl.
She agreed. She agreed with you. She agreed with you.
So it's crazy because I used to sit there and like if I ever lose, I just sit there and watch y'all, just watch. I feel like as a defender, I'm like I try to like watch all y'all moves and y'all tendencies and everything, right? And I knew it was coming for Howard, bro, and I could see it, and I was just like, bro, I can't figure that shit out, bro. It was just crazy, and then seeing like how, when King used to fucking go crazy, bro. Would score 8 points in a blur.
Outdoors.
Like, how the fuck he do that? I just hope he's on my team, or I just hope him and Jones. If I either had Kings, I had Jones, because somehow them two gonna equal out on each other. I don't know. It was just like chemistry right there. Yeah, y'all go against each other, and somehow you just hope everybody else scores in the game, or whatever to make a difference in the game. But yeah, it was good, man. I definitely enjoyed it, especially once we got them leagues popping. And then everybody had kind of squatted up on their teams, and then they tried to make that happen when we went back out in the bubble at the parks. Yeah. And then that's when it really, really got competitive after that, because everybody was like, oh yeah, y'all coming with y'all squad? And then, all right, shit, we came in, like me and Manny, Webb, and Oos. I remember one time we came out there, and it was like the game we beat Kingdom, right? We came out the next day. We came out and hooped. And I mean, we was smacking everybody. It was like we went like 7-0 that day, bro. And that shit wasn't even close. It was like chemistry was like enhanced. That ball was moving crazy. It's like nothing else you never seen in outside hooping, bro. That shit was like San Antonio Spurs outside in Okinawa, bro. Like that shit was crazy.
I remember that day.
They were like, "Hey, Larry hitting fast break, pull up, mid range." I was hitting all them moves, boy. hey, but I was a sleeper though, boy. I was a sleeper because I just based off if I had one good score, everybody focused on them on that team, and then I was just like, "Hey, that big come to me, bro. I'm getting that sleepers 5 to 6 points, bro. And you ain't even realize it. I done slept and got that bit, and that's game time."
Hell yeah. What's up with you, Manny?
Yo, COVID was crazy, man, because me and Wes started playing at Leicester, right?
Leicester?
Yeah. I think King came out there one time. He was like, yeah, we ain't doing this shit. He was like, yeah. It wasn't no real hoopers out there. Real. We was just cardio, because we ain't had no chat yet. It wasn't no group yet. So we was out there playing at Leicester, and then after that, I think we moved to Washington Heights, and I think Webb went on leave, and Jones won't playing at Washington Heights. So I was playing with Army every time I came out. We played with Oos, Howard, and Bass, and I'm like, damn, I like this team. Like we winning all the damn games every time we come out here, we getting dub. And that's when Larry and King used to come out there. Hicks used to come out there and want to fight people all the time, and then we moved to Merrick Park, because remember Washington Heights, they ain't had no lights.
Yeah.
So then we went to Merrick Park, and I think Bass broke the light switch joint, and we was able to start clicking that joint open at night.
He's snitching.
I mean, it's like he gone now. It don't matter.
That boy snitching, boy.
Got you a living poker.
So once we got to Merrick Park, Webb had came back. And Jones, I was like, Jones, you need to come out to Merritt Park. He came out, he got his shit broke one time, and then I waited for him to come back. I think Webb broke his arm too. Yeah, he broke his shit. So then me, Webb, and Jones got in the group chat. We was like, yo, we gotta link up, because Army fucking killing people. Larry, Hicks, and King, they out there. We gotta put something together. We gotta get a team together. So me, Webb, and Jones, we was like, yo, whatever happens, us three gonna be on the same team. We gonna pick up 2 wherever. And we gonna run motherfuckers out the court. And one day we came out there, and us 3, and we had who were the other 2? It was like 2 garbage cats, right? We beat everybody out there, bitch. We beat Army team, and y'all hadn't lost in a long time. And Howard was pissed.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, he had 2 Newports after that game.
Yeah, beat King and them. The King up there, we beat them. We like, we need to get a team. This is gonna be our team from now on. Squad nothing. That was legit. When it was like Rucker Park out that bitch by then.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember that one time we had like 60 people out there, and like the Colonel came out there and was like, "Yo, y'all got to get the fuck up out of here."
That's when we got in
It was
trouble.
at least it was
No,
legit.
that
Like
was the
40,
that was the
40,
first
50
time.
people.
That was the first time we got in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
That
The
shit
second
became
time.
that was
'cause
mainstream, bro.
What's the other court we went to? It was long as hell. It was.
It was on the other side of the base. I forgot what neighborhood that was.
Bruh, that
It was
court
That
was
bitch was long as hell, boy. That was the longest court ever. That
Bro,
was
that court
college
You only
court.
got to play 3 games a day.
Man.
That was it.
Oh, it
We
was
be tired as hell on that court. So we went out there, played in, and we got somebody snitched on us out there.
Yeah.
It was a Karen taking pictures of us.
So then, like the
videos and everything.
G's, they was like, man, I ain't scared of no damn officer. We gonna go back out there to Merrick Park. So Army went back out there. Webb came back out there. I think some of y'all was out there. And then that's when old girl started filming.
She took our license plate, bro. Oh my gosh.
Look, so I looked up because Webb's wife was out there. She was standing next to my car, so she didn't report my license plate because she thought that was her car. But the rest of y'all got fucked up.
My little blue.
I live down the street.
Y'all remember my little blue car I used to pull up on?
Hey,
We knew it was you.
I remember Howard's name was on the list, and
Howard's name was on the list.
the worst part was Howard sold his car
To
to
Stanley.
somebody else.
It was to who?
And he wasn't
Stanley.
even out
It was
there,
to Stanley.
and his name got on the list. Yeah.
Hey, that thing was funny. I walked out there, Bass like, hey, you can't film me. I'm filming you since you filming me. You filming me, I'm filming you.
Bro, that was some shit, bro. So he
I
said,
don't know how to
he
act.
said, sorry, first class Domenick Bass, spell my name right. And I was like, God damn. He gave him the whole full name, bro. Oh, and we didn't get in trouble.
We started parking in the neighborhood.
We started parking at
Yeah.
Taylor House. At Taylor House.
And walking down. Yeah.
I started riding my bike.
But that was some good times, man. Like Merrick Park, we turned that bitch to Rucker, boy. We was out there hooping, bro. Fights and all that. I didn't stop Bass from fighting. I tried.
Ain't no stopping him. Look.
Right.
Ain't no stopping him. He gonna go and do a dirty play right after he mad at somebody. He gonna go tackle him.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to help me. I was like, help.
No, I did try to.
I be watching. I just be sitting there.
He already connected.
Yeah, King jumped in. Yeah, I remember King tried to help you.
I jumped on your back, Bass. I was like, yo, help.
I remember.
Help. Look, Bass looked back and was like,
Everybody.
Hold on. I don't remember this story.
you was gone.
You left, bro. You had left. You wasn't gone, but you left the court.
Well, let's talk about that story.
Look,
Man,
it was Yates.
What was even the reason?
Hitting Bass. And Bass said, if Yates hit me one more time, I'm swinging on his ass.
What he
And we was laughing. We was like, I think King was on the sideline with me. He was
I
like,
didn't think he was for real.
man, chill, man.
No.
What's his name? Bass said a pick. Yates went through that bitch and he was like, bow. Basically like, hello. I'm like,
Yates
oh
ain't know what to do. He ain't know what to do.
Hey, y'all didn't even see the second fight though. We was at Rosner, and Charles and Bass was in there fighting. That shit was hilarious. Neither one of them connected punches. They were just swinging at each other.
Just
That shit
swinging,
was
bro.
hilarious.
sloppy fighting now.
It was terrible. And then Bass, you fell, right?
Hell yeah, I tripped and fell, boy.
Yeah, he tripped and fell, and then old buddy tried to knee him in the head or some shit.
God
It
damn.
was
See,
hilarious.
y'all all want to fight when I'm gone. Hey, King, let's just go to you, man. We gotta go talk to you about how y'all feel, because you initially started this bubble chat because I didn't know shit until you started adding people into this, and that's how we all start move into these damn courts that we went to.
Commissioner King right there, boy.
Commissioner King, that's what we used to call you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It was funny y'all saying that. Somebody, my chief at work had just called me that the other day, and it made me.
Right. See, it was fitting. Hey man, you really mute right now, bro.
I'm on mute.
Oh, you
You
good now?
yeah, you good now. You just talk like
All that.
there you go.
In Leicester, right?
Hey King,
Do anything.
You skipping out right now.
Yeah, we catching like half the story. You might have to
Cussing.
you might have
You
to
must be
drop and
cussing
come
or
right
something.
back.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
your voice Euro stepping right now.
Beep, 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 beep. That's all they
Yeah,
got the
it's
radio
so fun.
cuts.
I remember we was at Mother Leicester.
Hold on. Let me get
Lester.
right. Let me get right.
That boy look like an Asian movie when they talk in English. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So initially, I think it was Webb and Manny and them hooping outside. And I remember I hit up Webb one time. I was like, bro, y'all be playing outside because the gym had been shut down for 2-3 months already at that point, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, Larry, man, I got to hit. I got to do something besides just go outside and throw up some practice shots or something. I'm like, man, we went out there that one time. And like he said, it was like, we was basically not even hooping for real. It was kind of trash. So I was like, you know what, man, we got to find something on Guttadeez because I ain't going to be driving to Leicester and doing
Facts.
this. So that's when I started hitting up like Larry Hicks and them, basically everybody that was on Guttadeez team at the time. I was like, hey, bro, we got to hoop outside. We got to go to the court over there in Merritt, right? And then I think one day we was over there, and then we seen like Oos and them and Bass and them, and y'all was hooping there too. And then we all just linked that day, and we was like, I remember I think Oos was saying something about our wing commander had said, hey, don't be coming out there no more. So that's that same day we started going on Washington Heights. That's how we got on Washington Heights, right? And then we just linked from there. So we all just started communicating every day, like, hey, or every other day, whatever it was, whenever we was on hoop. Hey, we going to Washington Heights today. We going to Washington Heights. And then that was all summer, right? Then obviously the weather changed, so it started getting darker earlier. So we was like, man, we got to go back to Merritt. That's how we ended up back at Merritt. But I think which time was after that second time, I think that we had got caught. Or wasn't not caught or whatever, but the lady had took the license plate picture. I was like, man, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna just create a whole different chat. And I'm gonna just add everybody that really comes, and I'm gonna call it the bubble or whatever, because everybody can't be in there. Because we had starting, like I said, 30, 40, 50 people coming out there. We don't even know who they are. Like, they're just pulling up. So that's how that part came about. But no, as far as the hooping, like I said, our boys already said it. Competitive. We just trying to win. Everybody really wanted to get a good run because I think all the gyms shut down. This is really the only sessions that's going on. I feel like. I think Foster had something going on too, but I feel like it wasn't the same. Plus, we wasn't going on. But it's just like coming in every day. I lose, I'll be mad. I'm like, man, I ain't finna lose. Man, whatever. I'm thinking about it. These just pickup games, but still fun times, man. Still fun times. But no, everybody in here, like, everybody was going hard. Remember Webb, freaking Webb. It's Webb. Somebody broke Webb's finger. Like I remember, who broke Jones' jaw though. Remember that day too.
Thing.
Yeah, remember who?
Thing had elbowed him in the shit.
Who
And I
who
was
did
like,
was it
damn. I
Sing.
remember somebody had.
Sing did that. I remember now. That motherfucker was wild.
Still is.
He's
I was like, I remember it happened. He was like, man, somebody was like, is my face that bad? And then somebody lied to him. I think it was Manny. It was Manny that was like,
I ain't lying.
no,
I
it
was
ain't
like,
that
oh
bad.
shit.
I said, nah, I ain't
He had
gonna
a
lie.
dent in his
It's kind
shit,
of
boy.
bad. No, he did have a dent. I was like,
Pickens the one. He's like, oh, it don't look that bad.
yeah.
Justin,
Oh, yeah, it was Pickens. Yeah, it was.
it don't look that bad.
You're right. Yeah, he was lying to him. But no, that just give you an idea of, like, the intensity level. Because when you do breaking his jaw, we playing pickup ball outside. Like, it was crazy, though.
Nobody wanted to lose, bro. It was that competitive.
It
People
was,
breaking
it was.
jaws,
It was to the
breaking
point. I don't
fingers.
even think we got back into the gym, actually, finally, I don't even know if those. I don't even know if it was the same intensity. You know what I'm saying? I
It
don't think it
wasn't.
was.
It
Um,
wasn't. Sure.
yeah,
That was
I
a
don't
good
know. It was
comparison.
just something about that.
That was a
Yeah,
good comparison because I remember too. It's like,
yeah.
yeah. What's up, Webb? What about you?
Man, I just want to say we were all in some mad fucking shape for that. Like I remember Oos was running fucking
I
4 or 5 miles
I
every
was gonna
day.
bring it up too. Yeah, you brought it up for me.
Yeah, you were doing your jump rope thing, and I'm over here like, yo, this man is fucking serious for this bubble right now. I mean, I know it was for health reasons, but that shit was coming in clutch in the bubble too. And I'm like, yo, I'm out here trying to run up and down the hills and shit, running miles. I'm like, we started hooping at like 3 or 4 o'clock on the weekends, especially at Washington Heights. And I'm like, yo, bro, it was hot as fuck.
You was
I was
nuts.
like 8 shades darker.
It was
Like
bad.
we all brought out fucking gallons of water and everything. Like we were out there. We were out there hooping. And man, on the sidelines, if you lost the game, you're on the sidelines for like 20, 30 minutes talking about games, talking about life, talking about like it was all love out there. We had music going some days. Some days we were quiet as hell because we knew people were snitching. Man, it was a good vibe. It was competition, and outside of the times where I got hurt or we got snitched on, best hooping time that I've had out here.
Facts. What about you, Bass? You're on mute.
You could hear me. Man, the bubble, man. Honestly, the bubble was my saving grace, to be honest, because that was around the time when Cam had left.
Right.
That was when my son left. So Oos and Howard and them used to hit me up in the army chat. They'd be like, "Come out here and hoop," and I'm like, "Nah, Cam finna leave. Cam finna leave. I'm trying to spend this little last time with Cam or whatever." And then once Cam left, I was out there every day with them boys. Every day I was out there. I remember we sitting out there, like, I think it was like the first day after Cam left, I was sitting out there. I was just sitting in my little chair looking at the ground. And Us and High was like, "You good, bro? Like, you good?" I said, "Man, y'all boys better drag me out here every day and get me out that house or I'm going to be dead." And so we started out. I mean, we went from Washington Heights. We went to that long ass court on the other side of the post. Then we
100
came to
yard
Mary.
dash.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, I'm out here. Just make sure I'm out here every day. And we would just sit out there, and that was the shit for it for me. I mean, the hooping was good. You know what I'm saying? We just got there, and we used to like people were saying, like we competed harder outside than we did in the gym. But in between the games, if you lost or if you was waiting to get picked up or you was finna leave, when we would just chill and just talk about everything. I mean, man, we was talking about investing in houses one day. I mean, what we was talking about, but we used to just kick it, bro. And that was the shit for me was when we would just sit there and chop it up. Like that was my shit. Like the bubble. I mean, when we went back into the gym, the shit was cool or whatever. But the bubble was the shit for me. Like when we would sit outside
Hey,
and just
facts.
talk, that was the shit for me.
It's funny you brought that up too because and the Webb said the same exact shit. It's like COVID happened, they start throwing y'all remember them little green and red
Okay.
restriction charts and shit, and like
Yeah.
there was no basketball, and I'm like fuck, bro. There was like a time where it's PT on your own, and it's like, bro, I was getting out of shape, like I was, and it and like Webb said, I was like fuck this shit. Oh, Bass, you remember? ADA started going with that the miles competition. Like
Yeah, we had the mile
yeah,
joint.
that's what started me getting in shape was because I got competitive with Echo, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get the most miles out of y'all motherfuckers, and that's when I started running 6 miles a day, and this is before we got the bubble going. So I'm getting myself in shape only because I was doing this competition in our battalion because they were doing this like whoever's company gets the most miles wins whatever. I forgot what y'all won because y'all motherfuckers y'all cheated and shit, put extra miles y'all didn't even run. But
I
bro,
walked at least 5 miles a day. Why I couldn't put that down?
that's facts.
Exposed
But
them,
but for real, like that competition like got me going because I was always competitive. So I'm like, fuck it. So I started running. I started doing all that stuff. I don't know if y'all remember this. This the only Samoan y'all know that went vegan. You know what I'm saying? So like I was on some health shit, and then that's when King started doing that basketball stuff. But it started like King said. Howard and Scott and them started talking about let's go, play. Matt, Rock, all of us just started. The whole Army team just went one day and played, and I guess King had caught us out there, got us in the group chat, and that's when the bubble started. We started at Merrick Park, and then we ended up going to where I was at, Washington Heights, and like Bass was saying, those were the best times because of the conversations you had. And you already knew you would pull up, and then you would have your basketball bag, your shoes, and a fucking picnic chair or whatever the fuck you had, and just pulled up, had your chair right there, and you was chilling. You had music. Some motherfuckers brought food out there. It didn't matter. It was like a whole festivity, but it was just with the people that we knew, right? And then, like y'all said, 60 people, bro. It got to the point when we had to move, because Washington Heights you could play about. The most you could play was 4 or 5 games, but at Merrick Park we could extend it to about 8. So because of the lights, so we would go down there. It was just we're more exposed to the public down there, and then we start getting like 60. But no shit, like when you said that was real shit. There was the whole parking lot was packed. The side of that one road that goes up to the shop was packed.
Yeah.
We never seen none of these people, but they heard about the bubble and they heard about the competition, and that did look like the record because we had some. Bro, there was bitches out there. Like there was motherfuckers. There was so many people out there, bro. Kids at the park, females watching these boys play. That they bring females over to come watch them play and shit. We just sitting there hooping and shit. Bro, motherfuckers was drunk playing basketball and shit. Like, bro, it was over, especially at Washington Heights because I could walk to the park. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yes.
bro, there was so much shit going on at that time. COVID, that was my like Hicks said, that was my favorite time playing basketball. Cause one, I'm 34 years old right now. I don't know, Manny said he's 34, but he was 34 when we were all there. So I'm pretty sure he about 44. But at the time, bro, playing like Larry said, playing on that fucking concrete wasn't for old people, bro. Like that was my knee, but it wasn't that bad to us. It wasn't. I ain't wearing no knee pads. It wasn't that bad though. I ain't never had no like actual problem besides like if I went for a layup and someone hit me and I ran into that pole that Hicks was talking about. But that's pretty much. Hey, that's pretty much. No shit. A lot of people. Charles.
Hey, look, speaking of the conversation,
Would you push into there is the question.
Y'all remember K used to pull up just like he used to be like after we was hooping, he was like, bro, hey, y'all sit there, I'll just chill. I like just coming here and talking. Bro used to just be like, hey, I need to get out the room, because I think he was stuck in a hotel at the time because he had already moved out of his house, and he was like, bro, just sit around, let's talk real quick, just. We'll just sit around and talk for like another hour or two.
People would do that though. People would hoop, and some people would just pull up just for the conversations. They would come up to watch and just talk to us. That, bro, I wish we had film. I wish someone was there to film this to document this whole thing. I would get in
trouble for just staying back just to talk. Like, hey, where you at? I'm like, oh man.
I used to, at the days I didn't hoop, I used to go and be like, hey, man, I'm about to go run to the shop. I always pull up. Man, I'll be gone for like 45 minutes. I stay right down the street. Well, I always pull up if I ain't hooping.
Facts. You'll know, like your ass will pull up and like Bass one time had to be at the range. You see him come in full uniform. It don't matter. He could have went straight home after the range, but nah, he came and pulled up to see the conversations happening. That's how it always was. Like you wasn't going straight home. Your ass was gonna pull up to the damn scene to go over here talk or even watch who was playing at that time. Man, I miss it. That's the thing that I was telling people here, like that hoop. They're like, because you know they don't know me as Oos here. They just call me as my last name, like L-efao. Like, why don't you come back and hoop? It's like, but it's not the same. Like, I don't like just hooping. I like hooping and that conversation after. You know what I'm saying? That whole culture. That's the stuff I miss about Okinawa. And then I was telling people that because you know I'm a career counselor now. It's like, yeah, you could talk about like for me, Fort Riley, y'all don't know about that. They say that shit's trash, right? But for me, that was one of my favorite places because of the same thing that we had together. It's the same thing that I'm telling them. Is like, bro, it's the people that you go meet at that location. That's what's gonna make that spot. Yeah, Japan is a dope spot, but the people you meet, that's what makes it. Because if I come back to Okinawa, guess what? I'm not gonna see a Manny. I'm not gonna see a Hicks. I'm not gonna see a King, Webb, Bass, or Larry. It's gonna be a whole new different people that I see if I ever go back to Kadena. You know what I'm saying? So I always miss y'all, bro. I don't know if y'all had any more final words before I shut this down because it's been a 2 whole hours. Manny about to say something. Go.
Right. I regret, the one thing I regret is we ain't hang out because we had a good time that night. That time I beat you on dominoes, like, son.
Who'd you
The boy
beat?
didn't even get on the board,
So
boy.
look, that was a good time, man. Like, we should have did that little.
Hey, who'd you beat in dominoes?
So yeah, man, that's why I want to end it off with.
He beat himself in dominoes.
Just had a real good time with y'all boys. Man.
What
should've did
dominoes?
more.
Still here. For the people who's still here, we definitely got to link up. And when we get backstage, so I want to see all y'all. So let's, make it happen some kind of way. You know what I mean?
I'm working on my next duty station right now. Let's just say that I won't be stateside. Hopefully, I won't be stateside.
Where you trying to go?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it right now. I'll let y'all boys know in our chat. But yeah. Anyone else have final words before I cut this off? Because this was a good ass podcast, bro. Especially for my first episode.
Man, hey, I just appreciate the invite. You know, I love hooping with all y'all. It was always love every time, like competition and love. And it's good to see that it still continues no matter where the hell we're at.
Right.
And I'm
Even though,
for real.
even though Taylor's still at the defect line.
Man, that man
Went back
sleep.
to
Hey, he
third.
went for third.
He went for thirds. Shout out to Taylor. No, yeah, let me give him his flowers because he's another one I like.
Hey, go ahead.
He was another one of my favorites because
You know what?
you want to talk about Hicks and roll. You want to talk about the Hicks and roll. When I was Hicks, he was the roll, and it was always 100% a layup every single time. He knew exactly how to fucking do it. I'm like, if we needed a bucket, he'll look at me, goes, "Is it time?" I'll nod my head. Jalen will give me the ball, hit the screen, dip, and he layup. Motherfucker,
I could not stop that shit, bro. I used to know it coming, bro. I was like, damn, I can't stop that shit.
That's my
bro.
brother, man. Shout out to him.
Every single time.
I fucking
Every
miss
single
that
time.
boy. Hey, y'all got some final words?
Hey, man, look, I
Sure,
appreciate
man.
y'all boys, man. Like, Bash on his nipple again. That's crazy.
Nah, we
Hey,
good.
look, all right. But no, like, I appreciate you, Oos, for, inviting me on to your platform and letting me speak, talk about our time there, man. I said, I wish, be stationed with y'all boys again. We can still do the same thing, still sit around like this and have these conversations and just chill, chop it up. Hoop, obviously, that's competitive, but, just, the like you said, the culture is what really made it fun. It made it what it was. So, but I definitely miss y'all, boys.
Only Bass. You want to shout out your OnlyFans?
Hey,
You're on mute.
subscribe
You're
to
on
my
mute.
boy- Subscribe to my boy Bass. $1.99 a month. He got
$1.99.
all the
You
links
know
you
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
Is that yen or dollars?
Either
That's-
one.
Either one.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my OnlyFans. Just hop on there, you know what I'm saying? Drop a little bit of money in there. I'll show you my feet. It's all good.
Yeah, I got a couple words, man. Shout out to Bass and his feet, lady pull up, whatever, same thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate Oos, man, putting this together. I watched first couple of his episodes on the first season, and I was like, dang, bro, that's dope. How he could be able to, put this together, and it was. He brought his homies on there, was talking about the Fort Riley team and everything, and I was like, I messaged Oos, I was like, bro, this is dope, bro. He was like, man, you like it? He's like, bro, I'm trying to put together one for Kadena. I was like, bro, let me know, cause I've been ready for that one right here, boy. But yeah, that's it. I want to say, man, appreciate y'all, man. Definitely miss y'all, man, for real, for real.
Facts.
The vibe ain't the same, man. Beyond basketball, man. So that's real, man. I hope everybody doing straight, man, and doing good, actually, man. But yeah, we definitely got to make something happen when we can link, man. We getting too old to be playing on these base teams and stuff, man. So we may see you on the sideline. I may see you on the sideline. I'll be an assistant coaching because I feel like I'm losing the passion. I don't be wanting to play no more. You know?
Boy, what? I just signed up to be a referee. I'm about to be a ref.
Yeah,
everybody traveling, bro. Fuck that.
I did that here, bro. I definitely signed up to be a ref here. For sure.
Yeah. You finna get paid.
I still got a couple more years.
I mean, me too, but I still got some years, but it's just, like I said, it ain't the same. Maybe when I go to another base, I can start hooping again, but here it's dead for me.
Hey,
and I'm injured.
So
I want to say though,
this past weekend for Labor Day, we put on a 12-team tournament. We had Dakota and a couple other teams come out here. And at one point, I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, first off, none of them could have competed with Okinawa City Thunder. Not one team. We would have took Oki, the new Marine team. We would have took the Kadena Base team. We would have beat them by 20 or 30. Easy. Right? And then I'm looking around, and I'm like, yo, I low-key feel kind of lonely because it's just me and Jones at this point. Manny was TDY. Hicks showed up on the last day, just coming back from leave. And I'm just like, yo, it's not the same. Like, the first game of the tournament that I played in, I didn't feel like I really wanted to be there. Like, I'm half running. I'm not in the game at all. I'm just like, yo,
man, it's
didn't
sad.
feel right. I think I just realized what it was talking to y'all. Like,
and I appreciate that because I'm happy that I could do that for y'all boys, man. And look, let's not let my platform be this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to record us. If y'all ever want to just show up, because you know, for me, I know Bass, me and him talk a lot, talking about mental health for males. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, if y'all ever need any of us, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I do. I reach out too. Like I'm trying to get that stigma away from us men. You know what I'm saying? To get away from that holding it in. Like, this is something, bro. This is helping me out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through some stuff. Talking to y'all just brought a great light, peace. You know what I'm saying? Because my Stanford Cardinals is getting their ass kicked by USC right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's about time to change.
You gotta invite me more. I want to be. I like talking, man. Invite me some more podcast moments so I can get up here and talk, man. You need to talk more about the Hornets. You don't talk enough about the Hornets up here, man. I be watching,
bro.
I be like, you know.
I'm finna only have 2 people follow, bro. You and the created LaMelo Ball from 2K17. Look, hey, I gotta wrap this up. Listen, like, comment, subscribe to this. This is the first episode. This shit went 2 hours. I told their ass it's gonna be an hour, but you know how we get talking and shit. I love this though. Listen, if y'all ever want to get on this podcast, because I have other channels that talk about sports, you want to talk about hoops, you know, NBA, it doesn't matter, bro. Just tap in, let me know. Y'all already got my Discord, all right? Love y'all boys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your time wherever the fuck you are, especially you, Larry, at South Central Dakota.